How's it going, guys? Carson Vanish, what's up, man? Rebel by choice, evening. Kenneth Russ, hello, sir. How's it going? Sat Mima 9464, hi. How's it going, dude? Cheers for joining us. Sour Potato, hello, mate. How's it going? I'm on. Go back to page 1. Larry Cleggs, Hummer President. How's it going, dude? I'll let you a couple of you pile in for a second, and I'll sort of let you know. Finally, tonight I had a bit of spare time where I could just go through all my mods, kind of delete enough to free up a bit of space for tonight, because I've been wanting to try stuff like Kenny and all the rest of it. Yeah, I finally just got everything sort of organised where I know where I am again. Chris C7, hello, how's it going, dude? Dean Young, hello. Mima, it's 4:33 in my country. It is 2:33 here, so you are 2 hours ahead of me. Pig Dog, hey Wolf, how's it going? Robert Adams, what's up, man? How's it going? I'm not too bad, dude. How are you going? What's that? Bad Kitty Will? I watch you. I appreciate it. As long as you don't watch me when I'm sleeping. Yeah, like I said, basically, I've had to delete a couple of mods. I'll get them back maybe later. I've took this one off for now. That's got the... Well, theoretically, you could build the bridges, but I don't believe they've added that yet. I had to remove... wherever it is, the Mustang. I really didn't want to remove them, but again, you can kind of see on the bar at the bottom. I'll show you. If we go back to like these ones, yeah. So where it says memory and then storage and all that, like this one, if I turn it off and on, it practically makes no difference. There is a tiny little notch, but nothing pretty much. If I go on to like this one, you can see where the memory is. The white bar it's added is how much it's going to add. The what's it called? The Heavy Wrecker adds a bloody lot. Kenny adds a lot. That Kenny adds a lot. And the other mod I've got that we could try later is this Pack Lunks, I think it's called, which a lot of people have said about it. The big problem was it's almost a gig of storage, but I've made some room, and yeah, memory-wise, like, it nearly eats the whole thing up. So, but I've removed enough stuff to where I am able to turn them on that. Lucian Sinclair, hey SnowRunner, how's it going, dude? Yeah, so I was thinking tonight we could try a few different ones. I remember someone saying the other week, I believe it was these ones, the Peterman. I think it's the Navistar that somebody's done up, so we'll turn that one on, and then can I have a Kenny? I can, but it's close, so we'll get them two. Kenny, and then you can see, now like, when I activate Kenny, this one down here has now got like a loading wheel. It basically telling you like, just at a glance that there's not enough room for that anymore. If I turn Kenny off, that now changes just back to off. But yeah, we'll get those ones I reckon for now. So what is it, the Peterman or Petterman or whatever, and Kenny Twin Steer. Is it just me, or is the long nose Colob garbage now? Truck mod missing, unknown mod. Who knows? Been messing around with it tonight. I've not messed around with it for a little while. The problem is with that, I mean, since they broke the gearboxes, that's probably made it suffer, because it hasn't got diffs always on, so you're always going to be in the low ranges, like, yeah, just to be travelling anywhere. And by then, if that's like a almost permanent form of travel in the low ranges, that's a pretty slow old drive, really. Ace of Iceberg is beast. It is. Still got me me iceberg. Mr. Lone Wolf, glad to catch the stream. I appreciate it, dude. Sorry, someone said hi. Hello. I couldn't see it was though. Nick the Knob. It's not bad. Is that the... Oh, this Petterman, maybe? Or Kenny? Bronson, sorry. Hey there, Mr. Lone Wolf. How's it going, dude? JDaco2, good evening. Mr. Lone Wolf, glad to see you are back. I hope all is well and sleeping good. Sleep's still all over the place, but I'm kind of used to that by now, but I appreciate you asking. Looking forward to another great stream, we'll see. Oh yeah, yeah, even these I've got like, so these are me Fox's mods. A couple of Derry Longhorns, a couple of Ice Bears, a couple of Twice Twin Sears. I've still got one of them, still got that. Got a pair of them. JB P16. JB Tatrin. Oh yeah, I could try as well. I missed it last time. This... what is it again? Bartelby, the Western Star 49X. The good thing is he's made the axle, like one of the rear ones, just a powered axle instead of a liftable one. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, I think the rest of these are just the Bartleby mods, which I used last week, and they were very good. So, we'll go and buy some stuff. Again, I could do with another money glitch. I'll have to look at some point. I've not seen the videos, but I've had the few videos pop up on my YouTube feed, just sort of saying, like, money glitch post phase 4 or whatever, so I'm assuming there's a few new ones out there. So we want that one. Portable cabin, that's pretty random. Oh, it's in the max pack. Sorry, I'll be able to read the comments in a minute. I just need to try and spot the vehicles. Where are you, Kenny? Oh, am I going to have to go to America? Really? Even on a mod? I was just checking as well. I wasn't sure if there was two. I was just checking there wasn't like two of these Petterman things. I'm not sure if there is. I don't think there is. No, we'll go for it. So I'll have to travel somewhere. Well, in fact, let's just have a look at this one quickly. Used it for rocket trailer. What was that though? Sorry, I missed a few of the comments. I mean the Club 7 or is that the? Yeah, that is the long nose Club, I think, isn't it? I just remember, isn't the other one the flat face, like 747? I remember it as like a Boeing plane or something like that. So what have we got then? Quite like the look of this. Well, at least we get an S+. Sorry, it's this game keeps making weird noises in my headset. I can't, like, it sounds like it's behind me, but I don't think it is. I think it is on the game. I hope it's on the game. Either that or something is behind me making noises. Special off-road. Low gear slider base. Nope. High range, yeah, solid. All of the P512 tweaks are a huge improvement. Yeah, those, again, what is it? Bartleby mods. They're very nice mods. Like, they're straight up there with some of the best mods in the game, I reckon, like along with sort of Fox's mods, JBE mods, Puppy Master mods. There's a few other people I've missed out. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but yeah, they work very nicely. I may as well get some kind of chained, because if I'm going to be on these later maps, they're going to come in handy sooner or later. See, again, that's the sort like they could add to the game easily. Just make little, yeah, like just normal tyres with studs on. They don't have to be chained. Well, let's try them. Rated excellent on everything, so that looks good. It was me that said hi, Justin Lynch. How's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. Mark Rowe, buy Bartleby's Western Star. Yeah, I've got that. I'll be trying that at some point. Battery powered, cool. It is handy to have a battery powered winch, I'm not going to lie. Again, if they fix the cranes, I'd be quite happy to do truck rescues, but they just don't feel fun anymore. Garbage truck. Oh, what's it got? Spares and repairs. Pretty random, but pretty funny, pretty cool. Well, I suppose I need to pick a kind of mission. I won't do all this front bumper stuff. I'll have a look unless there's like it pretty much gets rid of it. Then again, it looks alright like that. Just because I might have to sell this back before I turn some of the other mods on. Right. Rebel by choice. Where's the cat? I'm not sure, to be honest. He's unless he's chilling in the kitchen, he might be chilling in the kitchen. I'm sure he'll make an appearance at some point. What map am I on? Oh, Chimcharuski. I think what help thy neighbour in that, yeah, a loaf. So, not a lot on the way of missions. Cosmodrome large pipe. Will it let me do that spring cleaning one yet? Oh no. God, yeah, I've got to do solid rock first. Okay, at some point I'm just going to have to get that solid rock done, because it's kind of locking me off from various other missions. That's on Cosmodrome. Might have to go to Cosmodrome, because there's not really a hell of a lot on here. I'll just check what were they. Ground control, bricks. Oh, where do I need bricks from? Oh, I'm going to have to get them from here anyway. Concrete slab. And then that'll be on Cosmodrome. We could do that then. So 2 lots of bricks and a concrete slab. That probably would help if I activate the mission. That'll be the one. See how well this thing does. Oh, I didn't put a saddle. Oh yeah, I noticed this in fact. Oh, I best turn that down because I can't hear a bloody thing. It's the what do you call it? The trailer store used to give you a saddle if you didn't put one on. I'm sure the other day it didn't work. So let's see. I'd like a step deck. Oh yeah, is that? I think that's the. Might be a new and improved step deck. Yeah, the quad axle. Oh, it's working now. I'll have to test it. That might be the mod itself that's given me the what do you call it? The saddle. What is it? I think it was in one of the review videos when I went to do the cargo test in Northport. And it wouldn't, yeah, just give me a free saddle. Be rude not to get a goddamn horse of a vehicle. Oh yeah, now I've got to scroll through all these bloody things if I want to get myself a loaf. Michael Lale. Used the twice twin steer for the first time today on my second playthrough, and it's quite a beast. Yeah, the twice twin steer is very good. Everything like that's a weakness with the twin steer, like tipping for example, has just sort of been solved really with the has it got the engine? Yes. Yeah, it's just sort of been solved. Like, it's a much better version. Like I said, I still get a little bit nervous driving it, and it's because of how easy the normal twin steer tips. And after a while of driving it, it's just like, it is pretty good. Again, I think he's added weight into the wheels, so that it sort of helps just keep it planted. Sour Potato, what do you think of the PS5? I have no idea, dude. Never played one. I've heard there's been a bit of a problem, like, even for people to get one. I mean, overall, I'm in no major rush or anything. Well, I might go down the PC route instead of PlayStation, because there's various advantages, like if I'm doing the YouTube channel and stuff. Even things like I said, Patreon's just doesn't work well on my phone. Stuff like Teespring doesn't work well on my phone. I don't know, just doing stuff like, yeah, there's things where I think a PC could help. Oh yeah, sorry, I need something with a crane. Right, that can have a crane, that'll do. But yeah, I mean, I've not got like a bad feeling towards it. I've heard good things about the PS5, but yeah, I've just never played one, not really seen any footage or anything. If I'm honest, by now, graphics are good enough that I don't really care if the graphics are a bit better. I'm sure they are, I'm sure they're very nice graphics. But yeah, from growing up like Sega Mega Drive and PS1s and all that, this is like as good as I'll ever need. Mark himself, what's up man? How's it going, dude? Good to have you joining us. Bronson, I know you're not a fan of the 8 slot, but Any of the modded Antarctics drag it around easily, especially with grey suspension. It's more that, say if you go over like the brow of a hill and stuff, regardless of how high... Sorry, yeah, regardless of how high it's attached to the vehicle you're on, it can still beach basically, and when it does beach, it sort of digs into the terrain where it can be like, it's just anchored in, no amount of force is going to pull it out. Yeah, like, again though, I have used it here and there with like taller vehicles, and you're right, if it's on stuff like the, say, Fox's Azov Iceberg or whatever, it's sit very high that at least the legs won't catch very easily and all the rest of it, so it, yeah. In that case, if I had to use one, I mean, when I drove it out of Northern Aegis, that rocket carrier trailer thing I drove out, I mean, fucking hell, just speed the cargo rotation on that. I end up wiggling it to try and get it going quicker, but it's pretty bad. Like, why do I need to... And now it goes back. Just lose myself like half a minute of progress. That's the worst thing. It's the only thing I don't like about loading loads with cranes these days, is the cranes are shit. But he's on. It was worth it. I have to say, I do like the look of this truck. Right. So apparently I can get 6 lots of cargo on this trailer. I'm not sure in this particular mission if I'll need it, but still. Heard PS5 has controller drift issues. And you know what? I did hear something about that actually. I've not really heard it. I might have read it as like the title of a YouTube video or something. I didn't watch the video or anything. It took 6 months to get through Michigan, Alaska and Russia. How do you get through the map so fast? Well, I don't know, I sort of wouldn't say I have got through them that fast. Yeah, I'm not sure to be honest, dude. Probably, obviously, with making videos and that as well, I do put quite a lot of time into the game. Probably more than I should. So it's not like it's getting stuck here or anything, but the tyre's definitely, yeah. That's not bad. Again, I don't want it to be broken OP mode, but I want it to be good. So far, it's not the end of the world. I would like a little bit more grip, I'm not going to lie. Like that, smash button. I appreciate it, dude. Cocktail logic. Azov Iceberg pulls 8 slots in top gear. Yeah, the Azov Iceberg is a beast. It's one of, if not my most favourite mod, I reckon. It's just when you've had enough of the game's intentions to slow you down all the time, you whip out the Iceberg, and yeah, you can have a good old time. Oh yeah, it's down here. I normally go. Let's have a little look at the interior. Not bad. Oh, no window. I thought it's the end of the world, but mirrors look alright. Stick my head out. Yep. There's a beautiful sight. Got that horseable vehicle. Use the Iceberg to transport the rocket carrier trailer. No issues. Yeah, I must admit, I don't blame you. The thought did cross my mind. To be fair, all things considered, I was pretty happy with the route I picked. It was a little bit risky, did have to do the odd quit and reload method, but considering I hate that trailer, yeah, it kept catching and dragging and slowing me down a bit, but it never really got anchored into the floor to the point where that's it. Look where I'm going, but that's a bit fun in that. Rocket carrier trailer wasn't too hard, just took a long time. Yeah, true. Even then, it didn't take that long compared to some missions. Well, again, it's one of them though. I think things went pretty smoothly for me on that one. I could easily see that mission being a complete nightmare, especially if for whatever reason you realise you brought the wrong truck. If you did, then yeah, just having to drive like another vehicle from say Erskine River all the way back there or something, it's going to be another half an hour or whatever gone just like that. And then if you end up rolling and all sorts of stuff, probably worth taking a goddamn horse with you. Use Max Pack Club to do rocket carrier mission. Sure, I reckon that's, I assume that's pretty good as well. The Max Pack things, the nice thing about it is they've got like a lot of sorry, I was just thinking for a sec. Yeah, they've got like every engine you can buy and all sorts. I'm just thinking bricks. There's only one lot of bricks there. I don't really know if I want to scavenge these two. I suppose I'll have to. I was just thinking, I remember on some other mission I scavenged them for something. Oh no, there is bricks up there. Just have a quick look. So I'm heading that way anyway. I could try and nip it there. Or, I don't know if I've used them yet, those bricks. It's not worth the risk. Solid. Eric Happy, how do you Lone Wolf? Peeps, how's it going, dude? Thinking of, there are bricks at Cosmodrome Warehouse, 2 limited cargo. Just trying to think when I get back. Oh, there's bricks there as well. I've got to get it to there. You on about this warehouse? There's none there. I might be at the wrong warehouse though as well. I could reluctantly go there. Where am I going to get it to there? I don't think I've built that bridge. No, I haven't. Okay. I bought this bit. I'll try one of the bricks further down the road. Chris Hightech. Hello Mr. Lone Wolf, what's new in Chincharuski? Not a lot, we got ourselves a brand new shiny truck though. What's it called? The Petman 3790. So far it's feeling alright. Certainly like not OP or anything like that. But it still feels good enough that it's not terrible and just getting stuck every 2 seconds. This is just me being a... Didn't prepare my mission very well, just kind of went for it. Oh, those were unlimited. There was 2 at the metal beams one, I think, yeah, the only problem is obviously with the where they're unlimited at that trailer store is it's a bit of a pain in the arse getting in and out of there, so I might grab some bricks further down here. Worst case, one day I'll have to send something from this map into Cosmodrome or something to nip to that trailer store and grab some bricks. I'm at 17%. Still got a, well yeah, like a fair bit to go then. Have you already been playing the like DLC maps, or are you still on the base part of the game? Shay Norris, gotta pack it in sometime. What's that? No, but never mind, unlimited works, yeah exactly, unlimited will do. I like them when they're unlimited. It's like when I was getting them logs for that log crossing mission yesterday, and any logs that just fell out of the frame, I was like, well, let's spawn some more. keep going. Oh yeah, I remember people say, oh, we're going to risk it. You can go down them railway. Well, I did already, basically. I already know this, but I kind of like risking it for a biscuit. You could just go down there, and this way, and that avoids this whole bridge section that's broken, and I'm going to try and drive along that little cliff edge bit. Just because, again, it's one of the few times where there is a little bit of a sort of difficulty and skill involved instead of just sheer slowness. But the other route, if I had cargo and stuff on, I wouldn't do this now. Here in the States, in real life, we call that truck the hood. What do you call the whole truck? The hood, or you're just on about like the hood? Speaking of which, I know, well, it's probably not quite there yet, but happy 4th of July to America. Happy Independence Day. I have to say, it's good sports of you to celebrate the day we let you win. I respect it. I think concrete slabs were there too. Where's that dude? It's the one I'm heading to like a warehouse in the top corner. True dog, what's up Lone Wolf? How's it going, dude? Yeah, you got that thing there. I don't know what there is. There's 2 lots of bricks. I'm trying to think. Oh, obviously I've done this mission on the normal playthrough. I just can't remember where I got the bricks one from for this one. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a good excuse to test the old truck out. I use the S100 Arnie to transport the complicated rocket to Urska to Cosmodrome. Certainly would make things easier. The biggest concern with that Arnie thing is being able to fit it like out the garages and all sorts. I believe actually, I'm sure I did it. I was able to just by the skin of its teeth drive it out of the garage entrance. But I think the ones that have got like metal frames cutting it in half, they're a pain to get out of. A mod I was going to try tonight is that it's called Bertha or something. It's like a big boat, but is also a truck, and it floats and that. But I tried it earlier before the live stream, and I'd probably be best off making a video on it because it's cool and it's funny and it's a bit of a gimmick, but the amount of time in reality it'd take on live stream just to take it somewhere to show you it floats, blah blah blah, it's probably going to take like 30-45 minutes, and then all I'm going to do is end up driving through a bit of water. I don't know, go and see a rock in the middle of the sea that we've never seen before, and that's about it. So it's probably something with editing I can kind of, yeah, solve a lot of that. Aussie man, Paddy Wolfenstein. How's it going, dude? Good to have you joined us. Chris Smith, hi there, Lone Wolf. How's it going, man? Yeah, I think this trailer, well, it's a step deck, but it's got 4 axles on it, and yeah, apparently it holds 6 cargo, and I've still got my little loaf step deck that works out pretty nicely. Knocked out visiting all 99 watchtowers using a pair of Tatra 805s. Finished up a few contests and finally earned my Ain't No Rest. Tatra 805s, that's some dedication. Not to say it's terrible. It's got a pretty punchy engine and all the rest of it, but did you roll or anything with it? I just found they could be a little bit, well, I wouldn't say bad at rolling. Just be a little bit temperamental and sketchy, a little bit lively. Have you tried the stronger crane mod? I did when it first came out a little while ago, and I tested it. It was in one of the videos. Yeah, it barely made any difference, but it may have been your comment. I read in one of the comments that someone was saying it worked a lot better for them. So I don't know, maybe like they might have updated the mod since then. I'll have to go back maybe one day and check it out. Just some stuff on that tree, it's not really the mod's fault there. I mean, as long as it makes it through it, again, forget getting hooked on that tree, because it's just the nature of the game. If it can drive out here on its own, then I'll be happy enough for that. Oh, and I've got diffs. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Overall, it's sort of a nicely rounded truck. What trailer pack is that from? It's a mod that's all on its own, and it's only like 0.1 megabytes or whatever, and it uses nothing when you turn it on. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a step deck, and it says like step deck quad axle or something might be in the title. But yeah, that's essentially what they've done, is added more axles, which is nice. And yeah, they've made it so it holds 6 slots of cargo, which apparently they did by like removing the gaps between the cargo. So as you can see, those cargoes are all like bumped up perfectly against each other, which is how, again, it should be. There's a 7-slot step deck, used it to do orbital velocity. I must admit, there is some other trailer packs. I was looking through them though. The problem is with a chunk of the trailer packs, they, one, cost a lot of storage memory, and 2, they cost a lot of like the RAM memory that you can actually add a certain amount of mods on. I don't know with the specific trailer thing you're on about, but yeah, that's why like there's quite a few trailer packs that I've had to basically just delete and unsubscribe to, because they just take up too much room, and I have to turn all my other mods off just to have the trailers. Tetra 805 loaf wannabe. True. I think everything wants to be a loaf. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's a funny little truck, but to a degree, I do kind of think it is a reskinned TUZ16. Remember how to pronounce the name of that TUZ16. I'll just call it Taz. Jason, hello Mr. Lone Wolf, what's up? How's it going, dude? Have you joining us? Pitbull Dog, 3. Have you tried the Petterman? It's a really good truck, even has its own unique add-ons. I believe that is what I'm in right now, unless there's another one. The good news is this is like death snow here for whatever reason, so albeit slow, it is still going forward, isn't it? Which is a start. He's using Petman now, yeah. Is it the 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 slot trailers? It could be. That's this trailer isn't, but if you're on about, is that the one the other guy was on about? Yeah, it could be. The off-road trailer pack doesn't use any memory. Yeah, is that Fox's trailer pack? That's what I've got that on as well. Pretty much always have that on. Just, yeah, that's one of the things, like, it doesn't use memory. A lot of the mods that I have on are kind of like that I keep long term, don't use a lot of memory, unless they're really good mods, and then I'll kind of, they have a good excuse to use quite a bit of memory. Stuff like this truck, to be honest, I'll play around with it tonight, but I'll probably sell it back, and I won't unsubscribe to it, but it'll be one of them that I kind of turn it on for couple of hours, use it or whatever, and then probably sell it back, because yeah, it just uses too much to keep long term. Same with Kenny and that, they're just, yeah, far too much memory. Found a bug with my game on Xbox. I get unlimited medium logs when using the Cat 745C with medium log frame. Load it once and it'll keep going, I assume. That's pretty cool. Cheers for letting us know. I might have to try it out one day. Bricks, concrete slab, just need one. Good to go. Let's get a bit of daylight. Sip on the coffee. It's good stuff. Just turn it to red light. I want a bit early there, but all good. Yeah, overall I quite like this truck. Again, if it didn't use as much memory, I'd keep this one long term, I reckon. I just joined the stream and didn't notice you were using it. Nah, it's all good, dude. Not a problem. You're right, though. So yeah, pretty good. It's my favourite truck at the moment. It's definitely, it just, yeah, it looks nice, feels like it's weighted nice, sort of drives nice, steers nice, sort of like a solid 8 out of 10 I'd say. And it's, yeah, got a nice amount of power, like certainly doesn't feel OP. It feels like something that would be in the game if they were being a little bit more fair with the way they balance stuff. Relative to all the trucks in the game at the minute, it's probably like one of the best, if you know what I mean, sort of, yeah. Ticking along pretty nicely here. To be fair, it's only just a road, but... So this is where, I mean, I suppose they're like muds, but they're chained. It's nice when you're going along those roads. You don't skid around like a maniac. Started using this truck on the hard mode, the old Petterman. Makes life a lot easier. Excuse me. Yeah, I must admit, it's, I think mods on hard mode might be a way to go. Still do need to try out hard mode at some point, but again, I'll have to delete, for a start, that Red Canyon mod map thing I'd already started playing through. By the way, new to game, enjoying your videos and streams. K Nichols, I appreciate you, dude. Or madame. I have to try these when Season 5 comes out. Oh, crap, I remember this last time I'm not built the bloody... What do I need for this? Metal beams. Bollocks. I'm sure I went past somewhere. Oh, then again, there only would have been one metal beam there. Well, I'll put back it up. Oh no, do you know what I was just going to say? I wonder if I could jump it. I remember doing this last time. There's an invisible wall there. God, I haven't got a ramped flatbed, otherwise I'd be dead now, basically. A bit keen on the steering there. Gotta get that trailer round though, otherwise I'll hit that telegraph pole. Come on, trailer. Oh. Let's have none of it. Really? Everything is a bloody... tree that just pop out the floor. This is why I would not want to be a truck driver in real life. Just get a feeling I wouldn't be amazing at it. Well, I think driving the trucks and everything will be fine. It's stuff like this that I just really would stress me out, even the thought of having to reverse up some awkward trailer. Not be my idea of a fun day. Notice that Heavy Wrecker is a smaller file size and at least, oh sorry, doesn't use as much RAM as it does before. It might not use as much as it did before, but it still eats quite a lot. Next time when I'm back on the mod menu, I'll show you. It eats well over half of the entire like allowance it gives you. Well, why don't we try, I don't know, the Kenny twin steer out or something. Might have to build that landslide thing because twice now it's caught me out. Well, there's one lot of metal beams, so grab one from there. Oh yeah, I don't like it right here. What's it like with the diffs? I mean, it's getting a bit greedy, but I would like it if it had 3 low ranges as well. But I think it has just got the normal high ranges, so I don't need like a modded gearbox. Which would you rather choose, the F750 or the Lodestar? I don't know, it's a tough choice to be honest. Don't know. The things I like about the Lodestar is it's got a truck engine and gearbox. It's pretty bloody quick and it gets motoring along across the maps and everything. But then the F750, I like all the add-ons and the amount of like repairs and fuel you can stick all over it. Steering is extremely nice on the F750, but I believe it is a bit slower. If it had a Meteor engine again, I know they already added a Meteor one, but like an even Meteor one again. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really do like both of them, but even though I don't tend to need to use them a lot these days. Started a hardcore playthrough last week, but probably won't ever finish it. Shit's tedious. That's literally why I've said that eventually I'll get some footage on it, but I have no plans to do it completely because it's just, yeah, SnowRunner plus even more tediousness. And by now, I don't see the gain of it. If it was in the game when the game first came out, I possibly would have done it on hard mode, but yeah. And again, for some people, it's like exactly what they're looking for, and good for them. Good luck to them. But I just don't think I could handle it by now. Plus, as well, because I've got to make videos, is like I kind of need to get to the next thing, and that I don't need the added hassle of like, oh no, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't sell that back. It will just waste more of my time when I'm trying to get some kind of video ready. Going the right way? Yes. Oh, where? Yes. We're all good. Scout trailers, not huge semi-trailers. Sorry, I missed which one that is though. Tower frame, Lodestar, or in case... sorry, in case of tipping. Thing is, I can get it done with my low flight. The crane aspect of the Lodestar isn't really going to flip a truck, because the Lodestar flips too easily on its own. I'm sure there is circumstances where you've been able to flip a truck, I'm not denying that. But even if I had a Lodestar with me, I'd probably just wedge it behind a tree or something and try that way anyway. Have you used the Azov 7330 mod? Not a lot of RAM. True Swiss Army knife. Yeah, I've got two of those in my garage at the minute. I use them quite a lot. They're, again, because they don't use a lot of RAM space and all the rest of it, they're kind of mods that I keep long term. Rebel by choice, Fox's Lodestar. Yeah, I've got that. To be honest, I did build it and play around with it ages ago. I think for like memory reasons and all the rest of it, and just at the time I didn't want to have too many mods active at once. I sold it back and everything, but I'm still subscribed to it, so as and when one day I'll probably turn it back on and get one set up. I've been able to have two big truck mods with the heavy wrecker enabled and a bunch of smaller mods. Yeah, well, yeah, it's good. Like I say, when I go back to the mod menu, I'll show you how much it eats by comparison. Probably eats the equivalent of like, I don't know, 50 or 100 Foxes mods, probably 20, 30, 40 of JVE mods. Well, I've got about 15, 20 mods active, and all of them combined use less than half of what the heavy wrecker will add if I turn that on. Which I want to use the heavy wrecker. I've still got that low for rescue I want to do. I'm not going to do it on a live stream, but the one that fell in that hole on Chimcharuski. You know what? Not that I'm disliking this truck at all, but I reckon that was a good little drive with that. And I wouldn't mind. Oh god, I'm gonna have to travel, aren't I? To an American map so I can buy Kenny. So when you turn a mod off, you sell the truck first. Yeah. because otherwise it would just obviously keep bleeding money. If the whatchamacallit, money glitch was still available, I wouldn't be as worried. Like the other week when I had to turn some mods off, I did lose one or two things. Though that Zix 435, I believe I had to lose 2 of those, which would have obviously, I don't know, probably 150 grand each or something. The other reason I sell everything back, I also equip it back to stock and sell all the things I upgraded, because say if you had a special set of tyres that's just specific to that mod, and you've still got those tyres and you just like sell the vehicle, you will still own a pair of those tyres. So then when you turn the mod off and you go to load your game back up, it'll say truck mod XYZ is missing. Even though you've sold the actual truck itself, you might still own unique add-ons for it. Oh no, not truck storage. Where are you, Kenny? Finally. Well, I've already drove the 6-wheel one like weeks and weeks ago, but I've been wanting the 10-wheel one. It's just, yeah, memory. I was going to check though, can I ever saddle low? I hope so. I was hoping to just drive back to where I am and carry on. Aha. Happy days. Well, it looks like you can have a lot of stuff on it though. I mean, sod it, let's treat ourselves. Let's get a crane. Never noticed that I was losing money. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's why it's sort of a bit of a pain. When I wish there'd be some kind of warning that they're going to remove a mod, because if you currently have that mod and then they remove it so it's not physically on the mod menu anymore, and then you load your game up, you lose those trucks. These are just mud tyres. They look pretty crazy though. We'll go for them. I mean, I assume they're gonna... Oh, it says ice. Excellent. Sweet. Yeah. I mean, I have lost a little bit of money here and there being a bit lazy and selling, just getting rid of a few mods, but for the most part I do try and sell them back. And yeah, it wouldn't take long with some. I didn't have a look how much money this was. Oh yes, high range. Extreme, do not use if you want a real balanced truck. I'm very tempted to use the top one, but we won't bother with all the upgrades. Oh yeah, crap, now I've got to travel back to... Uh-oh. Where? What map? Oh yeah, documents, that's the one. They screwed up the gearboxes, but they had to patch the money glitch. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Their priorities on what they patch and add and don't fix and all sorts is messed up. Like say they added an engine for the Voron Grad as like one of the last trucks that ever needed an engine. For example, the Derry 4520 that everybody's been begging for an engine for the last year because it horrifically, desperately needs it, and they didn't do anything to that. And then they patched how you used to be able to have 2 lots of single cargo on the cargo thing on the Cat 745C. So now you can only have cargo containers on it. And yeah, like you say, they patched the money bug, but they don't make it so when you sell mods or you lose mods it gives you your money back. Just all sorts, like just sort of, I don't know. Yeah, their priority assessment is a little bit out of whack. Right. Got a feeling this will probably make things a little bit quicker as well. Looks pretty cool though, having a twin steer one. Is it rear steer? I don't believe it is. Not that it matters as long as it's got good steering. Probably would have helped there though. Let's go around this thing. This truck uses a lot of RAM and caused my game to crash. Yeah, it definitely uses a lot of RAM. That's why I've not even been able to use it sort of until now. But yeah, cheers for letting us know if it crashes. Fingers crossed it doesn't, because if I get blue screened, it's going to what do you call it? Like sort of automatically end the live stream, which I can reload it, but I really don't like when it does that. I suppose I may as well just go this way. Yeah. In fact, no, I won't, because I've already been over here and I found out it'd be a good little judge to see how well it motors through. I hope they had some really cool mods next week. I've seen videos and some that are ready for console. That's cool, yeah, I'll probably check them out. At some point I'll get doing more mod videos just on my normal videos. I just, as obviously this phase come out and there was 4 maps and everything, I've just been quite busy sort of doing the review videos, the map videos, trying to catch up on the contracts. I've only just started sort of getting back to doing the rocket. Well, I mean, this thing is a bit of a beast, there's no... If I can plane it down, it's motoring along. I have to say though, given the slow nature of the map for so long, this is quite nice to just absolutely paste it across the maps. Do you like this map? Yeah, this map I think is actually pretty fairly balanced overall. There's a few little death snow places and all the rest of it, but overall it's a pretty cool map. What I like is there's the variety. You've got sort of main roads if you're not really in the mood for some serious off-roading, or like I'm doing now, you've got the off-road routes, but it's quicker in terms of it's less distance, so as long as you can still motor along. So yeah, it's just got that variety. Whereas say maps like Imandra don't offer any variety. That is just pure super snow everywhere, and that's it. That's, you're going to be going super snow speed for 90% of the time on Imandra. The Delta Hercules is tuned and ready to roll. I've also got that mod. I downloaded that earlier, so after I'll probably get this mission done with this, and then I could quickly sell both these trucks and then turn like another, you know, that Delta Hercules for example. There's a couple of different ones I had in mind. Is it worth the risk? I was going to say there's ice up ahead, but this thing might actually do okay through the ice. It's got pretty big tyres. It's definitely eating the terrain for breakfast. But I'm not going to lie, this is a nice feeling just to drop the hammer and get going. Sorry, I can't see who said it, but I hope you're well, mate. I appreciate it. I'm not too bad. Cheers. Hope you're well as well. You made cousin Cletus. Is Death Snow now a paved road, or what do you mean? With small crane, what's that? Sorry, I don't know if I've missed half the conversation going on. Look at the interior. That's got quite a nice engine sound to it as well. I mean, yeah, and I didn't even pick the top engine that it said would be crazy. I might have to try that engine quickly before we turn the mod off completely. Does the truck make Death Snow a paved road? Oh, sorry, yeah, probably. Well, here you go, this is Death Snow right now, so perfect. And it makes it, I mean, yeah, not far off. This on a paved road would obviously be going faster, but yeah. Considering that's uphill on Death Snow, it basically does make it like a paved road, or worst case, a light dirt road. I enjoy how you play this game, like Colin McRae, when in doubt, flat out, exactly. inches, Bleaker. Can't be going too slow unless you're paid by the hour. Then you go as slow as you need to. But I'm not. I'm paid by the job, so definitely drop the hammer time. Aussie man, hey Wolf, will you see German trucks in game yet? Do you think? I have absolutely no idea, to be honest, dude. Genuinely couldn't tell you. I mean, I certainly wouldn't say no. I suppose mods-wise, there is that. What was it? Mercedes Albatross, or whatever. I know it's not Albatross, but Actros or whatever the hell it was. Top engine is OP to me unless you equip the heavy crane. Yeah, true. There was a little bit like that with the what do you call it? The heavy wrecker. Like it obviously feels on the OP end, but once you've got like the big wrecker body add-on on the back and everything, it to me then it kind of feels quite powerful but balanced. Is that where you? Is that supposed to be where you from? I'm in England, dude. In roughly around the middle of it. Have you seen the roadmap for the next season? The next phase is set to release in the summer, so maybe August or early September. I've not seen it, to be honest, dude. I have no idea. I mean, I don't mind checking out like a few screenshots or whatever, but as far as like if anyone's making videos, if it's on like the test server and all that, I don't really watch that, just so then when I finally I get access to it, it's just I can sort of give you my genuine first impressions. I've got no like information prior. Well, I hear the odd thing like sometimes people in the comments they'll just say, oh yeah, you know, there's a lot of rocks on the maps or whatever, but other than that, see, that's where again it just likes moving packed things around. But bloke's all good. Get himself back on. Right. The nice thing is this should fly along here. Let's try this way, in fact, because I also know there is like some sort of death snow around here. Across the water, and then was it up here? Yeah. Why liquor, why not? What's up, Wolf? Not a lot, dude. How's it going? Well, I've definitely been there. SnowRunner Season 8 lunar missions. Imagine it. I'm still banking on the T-Rex. One day. I'm just saying, imagine if you just look round now and a fucking T-Rex comes flying at you. Imagine how exciting that would be. Like, in a game where it was totally unexpected, and you were just like, holy shit, a T-Rex. And it just runs after you, and that's it, you just got to drop the hammer. And you don't know what's going on, you don't know why it's chasing you, you don't know what it wants. You just panic and try and drive away from it. And if they programmed it so it's like, kind of gets near you, but then lets you feel like you're getting away with it, and then it gains on you again, just to freak people out. That's what I would do if I was in charge of this game. That's what would have happened to everybody. I'd have no regrets. So, Tedacule, hi, how's it going, dude? Lucian Sinclair, I didn't know you could cross the water there. You certainly can, if you force it. Not sure if the game knew you could cross there either, but yeah. Well, I'll show you in a sec. Obviously, this thing's going to make it look a lot easier than it is with most trucks, but I'll explain under there kind of what I've learned from crossing it. I hate road barriers on the sides of roads in this game, at your tyres, and then also anti-terrorist barricades to deconstruct your truck. Yeah, true. The barriers get a little bit harsh on the tyres. And yeah, the anti-terrorist barricades, there's just like, that's it. You gotta hit it, delete your truck, and go from there. Well, the cool thing is, I didn't mean to do that, but I didn't take any damage, so I'm assuming there's like no damage bar at the front, so to speak. The Dolphin's one of the only trucks in-game that can do that. Crash flat out into anything and it doesn't take any engine damage or anything. So I know this is random, but look, this is flicking mud up, there's mud all over the loaf, the trailer. That looks quite cool. That's something you rarely, if ever, get to achieve in the normal game, because everything's too slow to be flicking mud up. Like, there's a lot to this game that they don't expand on and let us enjoy, considering they've made the game now. There's other avenues they could open up. So, best way to send a truck, a normal truck, if you're going across this way, is up here and then over that rock. And this thing will walk it. I just kind of... could be risky. See how the loaf has moved again? Like, even though it's packed the entire time. I mean, in theory, if you look, like, the water's deep that end, it's deep that end, it's shallow along here, and there is, in theory, a way to drive across. However, these gigantic immovable rocks that they've put everywhere means most trucks get caught. Even this one may even get caught. It's certainly got the power to get over, but it hasn't got change, so... But it has also got 10 wheels, which helps. There's a lot of points of grip. So yeah, I mean, you can cross here. I'm just saying, don't expect it to go as just easy as this just made it look, because it can be a bit of a beast. Well, at least coming the way I just did. If you went the first way I mentioned, where you ramp over that rock, that is actually pretty simple. Going back that way, though, you sort of have to cut across those rocks. And yeah, that can be a bit awkward. Like in the world's biggest pothole. Not bad. Diversity barricades. Either way, we're going to run them over. The barricades. Oh, good post. Oh yeah, there's a second part to this mission, isn't there? So this would be a pretty good truck to go and try it out, actually. Then again, is it the trailer I need at the top of that mountain? Because this might not be able to get up there. I'll have to check it out. Theory being you should be driving the Super JBE P16. That is a beast. I've had that mod for ages, and that's like a long-term keeper. Right, radar equipment. Is it? Yeah. Damn. I don't know if this is going to be able to climb up there. To be honest, I suppose if I just recover to the garage, we can find out. Oh, yeah. But I might just drive back. Exactly the left hand. What kind of cat do you have? What is he? He's like half Persian, half ragdoll, or something. So he's basically like a giant fluff ball that has insanely fine Persian cat levels of fine hair that are so small you can't see them hardly. Like they stick to your face, and it's drive me mad, especially this time of year, because it's getting warmer. It's starting to molt a bit more. What's your cat's name? Technically it's Scruffy, but it just has all kinds of random names. Silly Bollocks, Whopper, Massive Whopper. Just, I don't know, yeah. I kind of make it up as I go along, but yeah. Scruffy is his real name. John Perkins, hi, I'm SnowRunner, another great video, God bless. I appreciate it, dude. I think this is called the Kenny Twin Steer, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh. Again, it's a good job it don't take damage from the front. God damn. Try and drive whilst reading comments. It's not always go well. Warm, hit 35 degrees yesterday. Sod that. Excuse me. Is that as well? And they having some kind of mad heat wave in, was it Canada? I just wouldn't do well in 35 degree heat. I think it's got up to around 35 degrees in England, but again, that's probably like record setting sort of hot levels. It depends though, because quite often when it's hot in England, it can also be humid, and that's what makes it pretty horrible. I can't even remember what video or whatever, but I've seen a comment basically off. I did see a comment, someone saying they're in where the hell was it? Somewhere in America anyway. Probably in like the Midwest, Southern maybe, something like that. And yeah, they just said thank God that it's low humidity. And that's what we don't get that often here. My German Shepherd Husky has so... I think it says tar, but I assume been far killed 4 Dyson vacuums. To be fair, well, my cat is slowly destroying my chair. So yeah, that's another one of his names, Chair Wrecker and Piss Taker. He obviously uses my chair that I'm on as like a scratch post. Yeah, this definitely hasn't got chains, which means I'm probably not going to be able to do this mission with this truck. You know what I can do though? I'll take that other Peterman thing and use this to kind of tow it. And in fact, could even see if the Peterman can tow Kenny up the icy rock slope thing. USA is also having record-breaking heat waves. Yeah, I suppose it was them as well. I was reading. It was sounds pretty bad. Again, yeah, I just don't do well in that kind of extreme heat. In fact, we don't really need to follow the road. Just leave the garage, turn right. It's extremely humid because units in the tropics can get up to 40 degrees. It's 40 degrees and humid, and I would probably die, and I'm not even saying that hyperbolically. I got asthma and all that, and I just don't do well in hotness, so yeah, that really wouldn't suit me in the slightest. If I didn't die, I'd certainly have a pretty bad chest on a permanent basis, I think. I have 5 cats running around. Girls love putting claws in my chair. Yeah, there's something about the chair on my other cat, Louis. He's like my other sofa, which I didn't have this recliner. Oh no, in fact, no, he did used to attack the recliner. I did have that when he was around. Yeah, there's just something about them. What they need to do is make some kind of cat scratching post thing, but it's like something you can stick over the corner of your sofas and stuff, because they're always going to go for them. Just wondering what are the new console mods. I'm not sure as in like how new you're thinking. I mean, this thing behind me is a Peterman. I think it's only a couple of weeks on old, maybe a little bit more. These Kennys are not that old. There is some Sri Lankan armoured little 4x4 thing that might be quite new. I've downloaded that as well, so I might have a chance to look at that later. Peterman will be dead by the time we get there. I should have brought a loaf really, but hopefully we can wing it. Loads got the repair points. Right, let's just slow down a little bit because I probably will kill everything going through this bit. If you want spoilers, TC, gaming and Bamboo Wiki in your channels. Just generally speaking, like I said, it's I suppose another reason I wouldn't want to watch their videos, because I'm also making videos, is all my videos are like my own, and obviously I don't even know if I've made videos that are the same as other SnowRunner people, but the point being that if I've seen their videos, then I don't know, they're either going to influence me in some way, or I'm going to try and avoid talking what they talked about, so it's also going to kind of limit me, whereas if I just don't see them, then... In fact, let's see if this can get up there. I don't think it will. Well, it'll probably get to about here, but it should start struggling. Yeah. It'd be cool if we could get up. I have got to about here with the Zix 605. Still going though. Here he is. Speak to the devil. Right, Notta. Petman has an option which gives 64,000 repair points. That is pretty juicy. What's going on now? So we got all this way and it's finally gone. Revs. Can I have some revs, please, game? Shy. See, all that was, I'm not using the winch pulling it in, but I just attached the winch to something, because you get a little grip bonus when you do. It's just enough. Well, it was bloody close, but this did get up there. I wouldn't want to go as far as to, like, guarantee it'd get up there every time, but it did, which is nice. I mean, it's clearly not chained, because it was skidding around in the yard and on the icy roads, but I suppose just through the size of the tyres and all the rest of it. Quite funny in a way how it wasn't really wheel spinning, it was almost like the wheels had just stopped. I don't know if that's necessarily better or worse. It's like sort of like the truck had ABS on it, where it's like it won't let it spin. Soon rally this thing down there. I was addressing chat who wants to see stuff. Those two are good source. Discord too, I would think. Yeah, true. I mean, again, like, obviously, by all means, if people want the latest juicy info. Which I'm not that good at getting, like, the latest juicy info, to be honest. I don't even know really where to, how to get it myself. And like I say, I wouldn't want to just watch their video to get it though, because they've made a video on it. I may as well just say myself as well, like, yeah, go to their channel. Fly off this rock, but stop it. Exactly my plan. Trying to trailer. I have 7 rescue cats that have transformed my home for free. That's pretty cool, man. I Who was it? Oh, it's a friend of my grandma's. Owned a cattery for like rescued cats basically. She was like a place that was trying to rehome a load of cats. So, and a mate of mine when I was growing up. How many cats? I think he had 17 cats at one point. It was his mum absolutely loved cats. Sadly, she died of breast cancer, I think, when he was like a kid as well. But yeah, he just cats everywhere, man. It was the first time I've seen a cat throw up a hairball. Because we had 3 cats when we were kids. Well, we had more altogether, but I mean, like at one time when I was a kid. So yeah, I had a lot of cats and dogs, just animals in general. Can't go wrong with a little animal or a big animal. Sorry, excellent ice rating. What is that on these tyres? Oh, we're going here. I'll have a look when I go back to the garage. They might well do, obviously, because they're modded tyres. But I think they were mud tyres. They weren't like specifically in a chained section or anything. But obviously, when it comes to mods, it necessarily mean they're not. I would say though, if it had proper chained grip, it would have absolutely flew up that hill, but I sort of, yeah, just scraped by. Let's have a quick look. Always makes me worry when the menu freezes up for a few seconds. Yeah, even all those all-terrain tyres had excellent. Oh, these ones off-road say nothing about ice, and the mud ones, yeah, excellent. I don't know that then, because unless that what I just tried driving up was completely different. But I just quickly wanted to try this. I'll show you something in a sec as well. I'm not going to drive this for long, just wanted to see what the OP engine's like. So far, it feels alright. Like, it's not insane to where you just can't control it and all the rest of it. Yeah, that's fine, that is. So, we'll cover that. And I'll have to just quickly put it back to stock and everything. See well, this goes up here. See, this is like normal chained, and I believe, I mean, the Kenny is a faster, better truck than this, so it should have gone up the hill like that if the tyres were truly chained and rated for ice and that. I don't know, but yeah. You could sort of see the difference there. I like both of these. I'd like to keep these mods. It's sad that they just take up too much memory. See, in selling certain things like Autonomous Winch HD, well, I suppose that would have sold with a truck, so the stock, in fact, that's a bad example. But these tyres, there's going to be certain ones that are just specific to this truck, most likely. Or in fact, it's probably a better example when I sell the Kenny in a minute. I was on my way to bed with a wife, but seeing you alive now, I have to jump on SnowRunner for a bit. The feeling got you. When you get that feeling, there's no point in trying to resist it. Your body trying to tell you something. This is the one bit I hate every time I have to sell mod stuff back. Scrolling through the crazy tyre menu. But we'll get this back at some point, so definitely it was a nice yeah, nice vehicle to drive. Don't like how it keeps going really slow like that. Not 100% sure, but there's a possibility the game could crash because everything feels like it's going in slow motion a bit. Oh, it might be back to normal, so sell that back. I've only got a... I'll sell the crane quickly. Well, it's good to have something to keep you busy after the divorce. What's that with? Oh, you're on about the dude playing SnowRunner. Oh, I didn't look at the sleeper. Oh, so I did have some repair points on that. Yeah, it's got a few bits and bobs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, like tyres, for example. Is it those ones? They are unique to this truck. So if I just sold the truck now, I would still own a pair of those tyres. So even if I sold it all and turned the mod off, it might still say truck mod is missing because I own a pair of tyres from this mod, if that makes sense. Ah, shit. Sorry, I should have equipped them while I was yapping on about them. It wouldn't be so bad if you could scroll quickly through these tire menus, but they're pretty painfully slow. When I sold back trucks, I thought the price it showed was with all the stuff I equipped. It is. Sometimes you do lose a bit of money on the equipped stuff, but that's not really the issue. It's more, again, like I just said, if I sold this truck, even though it would have given me the factored in price with bigger, better tyres and all the rest of it, I still would have owned a pair of tyres unique to this vehicle that I wouldn't have sold back. But yeah, I mean, at the minute, like, if I clicked sell on the truck before I took all this stuff off, it'd offer me a bigger price. But I more do this to make sure I get rid of, like, the engines as well. That engine is probably unique to this truck, so if I still had that extreme one equipped, I would still own a standard Kenny engine. So I'd kind of have to load the mod up, buy Kenny back just to sell the engine, and then turn the mod back off if I wanted it to fully be gone and all the rest of it. There might be ways around it now. That's certainly how it used to work, because I tested it with quite a few things, and it was happening to me with a few things. Right, well, that'll do for that, so sell that back. So we can go and try, was it, that Delta Hercules thing? One of my cats sits down like a human. It kind of freaks me out. I've seen a few pictures of cats that do weird stuff like that. It'd be funny, but yeah, a little bit like... bit odd. Right, so... don't like how much the game keeps freezing up for a few seconds. Turn them two off. I could turn Kenny on, but he's going to eat up most of the memory again. And we have just used the 10-wheel Kenny. So let's turn that Delta one on. Still got some memory left. Let's have a quick look what else we've got. See, though, there's not enough memory now for Kenny, 10-wheel Kenny, or the twin... oh, yeah, just to show you. Right, you can see my memory bar. That's how much the twin steer adds. Like, it nearly sends it right to the top. It adds even more than Kenny. By comparison, like, this Scout pack adds nothing, basically. That adds, yeah, a lot. I could probably add both of these trucks for the cost. And even these trucks are both sort of expensive memory-wise. But anyway, we'll get the Delta Hercules, and what else we got? See, that Bertha boat, it blue screened me earlier, sorry, that's what I was supposed to say. Oh yeah, the 49X as well, the Bartleby 49X. I've already got it, but we'll try that out. Just see if there's another one we can turn on. There's some trailer packs. That Delta semi-trailer pack, it's costs what, like 400 megabytes of storage, but it doesn't add a whole lot when you activate it. It does, you can certainly see the thing that it adds, but compared to some of the trailer packs, that's that one. Step deck semi-trailer quad axle improved, the one that was the trailer I was using. Oh yeah, that one. Can we turn this one on? Yeah. It's like a 4x4 kind of armoured vehicle, so we'll have a look at that just for a bit of fun. Probably won't go very far, do too much in it, because I've also gone and got this small logs trailer, regular and off-road. Yeah, there's that Azov 7330. Oh yeah, I did want to try these. I don't know, like, when it blue screened me earlier, I turned these off, and I don't know if PC... No, I'll make a video on... Oh yeah, and then later, just before, I'll go and test these trucks out, and then lastly, I can try this pack, Lunks pack, but I'll have to come back, turn the other mods off, and turn that on, because again, it uses so much memory, I just can't fit it all in. That's what she said. So what do we get? That armoured vehicle and the Delta Hercules. So we'll give them a go then. See, one of the mods they must have removed, this truck mod is missing. 617284. Unknown mod. I'll tell you, in fact, there's only one I can think of. I'll just quickly find, where was the Zix 435? It'd be nice if I could still see the pictures. Sorry, it'll only be a few seconds. I've already got like only the mods I'm subscribed to, so I've not got 30 pages to go through. Right, cool, I can turn that on, so, because that's one I had to kind of just turn off and lose the trucks. Oh no, it's still not made a difference. Truck mod is still missing, so yeah, maybe that's a mod that's just been removed from the mod store. So the game doesn't even know itself, like, what it's deleting. Oh yeah, I'm fairly close to having that rocket launched now. I assume I still need to do that block alpha and all those missions, but I've collected all the rocket parts. I've got the trailer off Northern Aegis, so I've just got to get that from Erskine River to Cosmodrome, which overall doesn't look too much of a bad drive, because from where it is I can main road it most of the way. Don't prefer, but she's already asleep. Eddie G, hey man, love the vids, I appreciate it, dude. Bamarang94, are you actually a lone wolf and you only play solo? Pretty much. It's not like a hard and fast rule as such, but just generally between things like I'm up at weird times, considering it's England, so I don't know, when I used to play Call of Duty and stuff. Yeah, unless like I used to, it was Abomination Gaming. I think he's changed his name to something like Insane Terror Wolf now. Like, he lives in America though, so when I was up at 3 in the morning, he'd be up at like 10 at night or whatever, and yeah, we'd do a bit of Call of Duty together and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, I do kind of like playing around by myself. Even on stuff like Grand Theft Auto 5. I didn't really ever play the online thing a lot. I just kind of like going on campaign and doing my own solo thing. I was looking for that little Sri Lankan. Yeah, they are deleted. I used to own obviously 2 of them, so yeah, I probably lost about 150 grand each one. Would be handy. Oh, don't tell me I've got to go to a different bloody map just to get it. I can't, I've not even seen... Ah, there it is. Not available in Russia. What a bastard. well, we'll customise this one for now. Looks pretty cool. Definitely looks more sort of highway orientated though. 12 speed, let's give it a go. Well, it's got muds. It's got chains. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, sod it. Doesn't really appear to be any loss. Oh, autonomous heavy. Nah, we'll risk it. Worst case, I'll just recover it to the garage. I'm not really trying to be serious with it. See, that's why as well, just to throw it out there. Say for example I just bought all-wheel drive, I could now sell that rear-wheel drive back if I want, but as and when I go to strip this back to stock, I can just tell when I go in the menu, like, oh, it must have came rear-wheel drive because I've got one of them, whereas I wouldn't if it was already just equipped all-wheel drive, if that makes sense. Whereas if I did sell the rear-wheel drive thing, I wouldn't know now. Not, at least in that sense, it'd all be sold and I wouldn't have any spare bits available or whatever, but that's why some people say, and it's true, I've got ridiculous amounts of things just stocked up in, like, stuff I could sell. Which I probably should at some point, now I am running a little bit low on money. So, yeah, for all that, rooftop and all that, we'll kind of leave. I'll have a quick look, but I'm not, there's no point in equipping it. Oh no, not stickers, fuck that. Oh no, my look, this will be where it crashes now. Paint jobs has it got? I quite like that one, to be honest. I might have to go for that. The flames are pretty good as well. Obviously a bit garish and that, but I'm not paying for them, so if you're ever going to have a mad looking truck, do it in a game when it's free and you can abort mission. Sod it, we'll go for the flames. Let's see what this one's like. We're running into a bug for fuel and engine assembly for the orbital velocity mission, where we have to reset the mission for I did that mission not long ago, fortunately. I didn't get any bugs like what sounds like what you got. There's not going to be a lot in the way of missions. Just have a quick drive around, see what it's like. So, yeah, so diffs are engageable, but they're not always on. Just a heads up. Cheers, man. Is that you saying with the bug on orbital velocity? Hopefully, get that stuff patched soon. Could be quicker on it though. I hate those wedge cap snorkels. I'm not a big fan of, like, yeah. I was nearly tempted not to equip them, but and I just thought if I do end up in some deeper water, I might give it a go just to see if the truck floats or not or whatever. But yeah, I must admit, like, I'm not a massive fan of the look of them. They suit it on a few trucks. Like on the P16 it doesn't look too bad. But on this kind of truck it does look a bit odd. It'd be better if it had snorkels that just came out at the back, at the top of the sweeper cam. Oh, well done horse. See, I knew I wasn't going to tip that because the horse was there. He wouldn't let me. Just launched the rocket, so damn happy. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting that done. I hate invisible damage dealers. Plenty of that in this game. It's Optimus Prime. True. Is that actually, like, Optimus Prime, or is that just the colours? I honestly can't remember, or at least I've not seen enough of the recent Transformer movies. I remember he was these colours, but did he actually have flames on him at some point, or has he now? Or probably should watch them Transformer movies at some point. I've seen one of them, I think, actually. I can't remember for the life of me which one. Call it Optimus Prime. Where the hell am I going? Oh, I was going to see what that mission is. What was this one? Something dropping off there, but I don't know what. Oh yeah, alright. Well, overall, I mean, it drove here pretty nicely. It certainly feels like a very capable truck. Where is this mission? Is it that? No, it's so on a good time. Just give him a bit of slack. What am I going to do? Fuel. Where am I going to get that from? Oh, is that? Yeah, it's over there, isn't it? That'd be quite a good excuse. So I'll need a trailer. Fuel's it got 450. It's pretty juicy. Being like a little bit, yes. One life. Right, let's see. Goddamn horse. Saves me getting a crane to load him on a trailer. Worth it. The Transformers movie you should watch is the one from 1986. To be fair, I might have seen that, although is that like the cartoon one? I liked Transformers when I was a kid, so I watched all the sort of all that stuff, but I don't know, anything like post mid-90s or something, I've probably not seen it. Optimus Prime was a Western Star. This is Kenworth 900. It's pretty cool, looks pretty nice. Oh yeah, did I pack the loaf, or is it just a goddamn horse that stays on there? Let's go. It definitely feels like there's plenty of power. I like the fact that the revs sound quite nice and high as well, like it's not just giving me an engine in limp mode or something. Where did I get the fuel from again? Was it that farm place? Oh no, yeah. I've got to take it to the farm place. You should get everything ready to launch a rocket in the next week. It probably won't be too far off. Like I say, I've got to get the trailer from Erskine River to Cosmodrome, and then I assume that I have got to do all three of those, like Block, Alpha, Beta and Gamma or something. And And then I'm probably not too far off. I've still got a few other missions to do, but I don't think they're all, like, related to that rocket. I think I can sort of do that regardless. Considering this truck isn't like the best shape for some serious off-road, and it is sort of designed more like a highway running truck, it's still ticking along these maps pretty nicely. Even stuff like the Zix and that is alright along here, but you know, it's not exactly flying along. There is resistance to all this terrain. Spent 2 hours this morning clearing the rocks from the road I was going to use all day. First load I took, tried disengaging the diff. It's good in daylight. I've had the rocket built for a week or so, can't decide to launch at day or night. All I will say is apparently somebody said there's some kind of glitch when you launch it at night. So, if you're wanting to launch it at night, I'd probably check the forums out or something, try and find any info on that, or I'd just not risk it and launch it in the day. I can't remember what they said happens, but I don't think it was good. And I was going to launch it at night myself, because, yeah, it just, I think would look pretty cool. I assume that's what a lot of other people thought. I don't know if there's like everybody who launched at night got the glitch or if there's just a handful of them, but yeah, just worth bearing in mind. He said it sent him to the next map and reset the rocks. That's pretty harsh. That's the problem. And again, like, there is places where I've parked trailers and stuff near rocks and they haven't reset, but I tried that last week at the end of the live stream and they still reset, so I don't know. It's obviously doesn't work every time. How hard would it be to play this map in hard mode with Chevy and Fleet Star you get at the beginning? Incredibly hard. It'd just be pretty bloody boring, really. Like, yeah, it would be nigh on impossible. You'd be doing a lot of slow crawling at best. Let's make it. It's close. Jump it. Uh-oh. I think that's good enough. Don't think I'm going back either. Got an idea. I'm gonna have to go to an American map quickly and grab one of these. I can't remember what it's called, to be honest. That Sri Lankan thing, armoured vehicle. Let's try that. I can try and drive it to there and see if it can pull this thing out, or in fact, see if it can even jump the little gap itself. In real life, this truck runs about 195k. It's pretty juicy, that one. It's funny when you think, really, like, it's the same in England, as if, like, if you see a Lamborghini drive past, you're obviously like, oh, look at that, a Lamborghini. He sort of looks very flash and you don't get to see one very often. But if a tractor drives past, you don't think twice about it. But some of the newer tractors are like, yeah, 250, 300 grand. I'm sure there's variations that are probably a bit more than that. And it's like, yeah, in many cases, or you'll see like, yeah, brand new lorry drive past, it's like, that's a, yeah, 150, 200 grand lorry, like, as expensive as many Lamborghinis. Oh yeah, truck store. what are we on? Cosmodrome. I bet someone out there has tried it. Is that with the like stock trucks pretty much and all that? There'll be some sadists out there that enjoy that stuff. And again, good luck to them. Since mods came out, I think playing this without them would be hardcore. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm doing my playthrough without mods, and it certainly crossed my mind a few times. Well, I did end up using mods on one of the videos the other day, but it was only because by then I think it was the amount of bugs I had with a certain mission. It was kind of like, sod it. The game owes me that, so I'm doing it. Playing the game with just the first 2 trucks wouldn't be possible on hard mode. You need crane to unload stuff. Bane, how are you doing this fine night? I'm not too bad, cheers dude, how are you doing? So I wonder if this is any good or not. I thought it looked quite cool, that's why I ended up getting it. Highway. Just keep that raised. What's the biggest tyres? 37. Not massive really. But when you think the Loaf's got pretty small tyres and they're 33 inch. Engine must be powered. Engine power not required, I mean, as well, just to be safe. Oh, then again, actually, let's risk it. Let's go to 21 meter one. The diff's already on. Let's get a snorkel just in case I fall. Cool. We kind of phase into each other. I'm not complaining. Oh, you can put a gun on top. Goddamn right, I'm having it. What the hell's that? Antenna? Yeah. 500 quid for that little bit of metal. I'll take 2. Nah, just looks like an extra fat ass to get hooked on things. Well, anyway, we won't go too mad with the crazy. Hope they raised the limit on memory for mods. Yeah, same here. So it feels pretty nice. Got a bit of oomph to it. I'm liking it. Kitty face reveal when? I'll have to see. Like 50,000. I'll reveal the cat. Yeah, this thing motors. I like it, man. I assume it's got to look like, yeah, the highway gearbox, which is great. TV. Oh yes, I'm right on drive. As it should be, of course. It's pretty good. I thought there was a hole in the dash then, I could see the snow outside. What is it, a rear view camera or something? It isn't a hole, is it? No, I'm sure it's a... What? It could be a hole. I don't know. I've used the Sri Lanka armoured mod, nothing special. So I reckon it feels like it's... I mean, as far as like, obviously doing missions, I don't think it'll be doing a lot, but I think it feels pretty nice driving along. Again, it's nice to have things with a bit of speed on the go. Would you own a loaf in real life? Definitely. I've even tried looking. Not that I can afford one at the minute, but, you know, just for... I can dream. I can dream that I owned a loaf. Yeah, I would though, definitely. Don't know, the loaf has won me over. That'd be quite handy. I'd like a little van like that. That'd be cool. Vans are always handy. It's a camera system. just weird that when I was moving then inside the cab, the picture on it was moving, which shouldn't. But yeah, like that's what I thought. Oh, a camera thing, like. I don't know, I'll have another look in a minute. GPS, yeah, again, that's sort of the area I was thinking. But, well, we'll see quickly. Oh, look. I shouldn't be able to see, like, that muddy patch at the bottom just by moving, if that makes sense. But then, yeah, it probably is, like, the back, like... Well, it definitely ain't the front, because there is no muddy tyre tracks. It's obviously just the way it works. It's a bit... It's like it's... They must have put the equivalent of, say, a camera behind my head. And as I move forward, it moves backwards or something. But whatever, still, it's pretty cool. Not complaining. Known an ex-tow truck driver kept cameras on the back of the truck for repos. Yeah, I don't blame him. That's pretty handy. I think quite a lot of trucks come with sort of rear view cameras. I've seen something that... I doubt a lot of truck companies will be doing it, but it was like a big TV screen essentially on the back of a truck, and it was a camera view of in front of the truck. So you know when people go to overtake trucks, it's like the scariest part in a way, or the riskiest part, is trying to peek out from behind the truck. If you peek out at the exact wrong moment, you'll sort of go head on with somebody. So yeah, it shows the people behind the truck what the traffic is like in front. So you sort of know whether it's safe to go or just don't even waste your time. I'd like to own a Lodestar. True, that'd be pretty cool. They look pretty, yeah, pretty cool, pretty classic. Maybe it's a mirror that doesn't reflect the truck itself. True, I'm not sure. I mean, it probably is trying to be like a, yeah, rear view camera or something, I would have thought. Just from the fact that I could see sort of muddy tyre tracks and the only ones around me were behind me. But it's obviously working, yeah, kind of a little bit like a mirror, a bit like a camera, a bit like a hole in the truck. I actually know where to find one. It's near my house and it's for sale for 1900, but it needs a lot of work. Still, at least you've managed to find one. In the end, I found one brand new. But it's like a tank loaf. Literally, it's like a loaf, but with tank tracks instead of wheels. And to be honest, it was not a crazy amount of money, considering it was brand new and a tank loaf. It was like 26 grand or something. I mean, it was like 250,000 rubles or whatever they're called. But once you convert it to English, it was yeah, not that bad. See what I mean? That ice, like, it's trying to eat me. Oh, this thing's just got its wheels are way too small. Where am I going? What's in? Well, then I didn't get back out. It dangles there for a minute. No, she's gone. Well, that didn't work. We'll see. If not, I'll recover it. I never have much look at this section, I know that every time, especially on live stream. The weird thing is, though, saying that, I actually get across here practically every single time when I'm not on a live stream, but every time it's on a live stream it just goes terribly. Maybe next sort of pull the nose down a little bit maybe, but they're just going to pull me further down in there. Damn. It's a shame I had to turn off those other mods. Kenny would be quite handy about now. Well, in fact, I know. Yes. Well, Longhorn or Iceberg. Might have to go Iceberg for this one. Which, I don't know why, I should aim for that post in the middle, and then I would probably bet money I couldn't hit it to save my life. I hit it every time because I'm trying not to hit it. Deja vu, big time. I don't know what it is about that section. It just does not go well for me sometimes. Could send the crane truck out and drown it too. And drown a lot of stuff there. Hoping the iceberg will save the day. Again though, with a crane truck, it probably wouldn't have enough guts to even lift the that truck up anyway. The heavy wrecker probably would. Well, definitely would in fact. I was so intent watching the stream that I ran my truck out of fuel. You have a goddamn horse wheel. 200 extra litres right there. It's enough to make it somewhere. At least make it to even more fuel. Or something. Uh-oh. What's the name, that? The iceberg is definitely loaf train. There was a loaf for sale in Iceland, had 48-inch muds and a V8 AMG engine, $56,000. Is that in American dollars? Still though, a V8 AMG engine and 48-inch muds, that'd be a lot of fun. But if I ever done something like won the Euro Millions lottery or just somehow became a billionaire, that is the kind of stuff that I would have to blow my money on. When you think like people like Mark Zuckerberg, even though he appears to be some kind of android alien thing, but I don't know, if you're worth that much, would you still want to run Facebook and all the rest of it? Or would you not just be like, sell it and just 100% retire and enjoy your life? Big tyres and a big chin. That will jump the gap. Oh yeah, grab that little thing. Kind of a little bit of a crappy length of winch where it's stopping me right on this hill. This is the one I want. Best to just get through this bit as well. Now I'm in it. Be rude not to. If this fails, we send out the P16. Exactly. We keep going. If all else fails, we send in the load. That's what happened to me on White Valley. That's how I originally discovered the magic of the load. If that fails, send the S100. I would gladly carry on driving the iceberg, I suppose. Get them out of the way enough. Pretty good horn. Let's see what this thing is like. reverse this past the trailer so it can't physically hook on it. And get a bit of daylight quickly. Look forward to a modded speedrun of the game on PS Store. No SnowRunner. Mark Zuckerberg only owns 29.3 of Facebook according to Google. That'll do. Sounds like retiring percentages to me. Tyres are too big to drown. Pack the hot rod on its back. What's that with the S100? I believe I did manage to drown the S100. I genuinely did on what's it called? The first map, Black River. Well, I managed to get back out of the water, but if I had sat there, like I took engine damage, I managed to get water beyond the snorkel. This section with a passion. I'm sure I keep hearing like a wolf howling. Leaked news, GTA 6 Vice City 2026, that'd be pretty cool. I bought a PS2 probably a year or two ago by now, but one of the games that I wanted to play was Vice City. I don't think I completed it again, but I played quite a bit of it. Well, it's still good now, but yeah, it was bloody good back in the day. That'd be quite a cool one for them to do. I don't know if it's good doing it in 2026 or not. I suppose it'd be a little bit like rehashing it to do the 80s again, but I've got to admit, like, sort of Vice City, Miami Beach in the 80s were a pretty good combination. And they had all, like, quite a lot of good music on Vice City. I've got my Vice City CDs for PC still. Yeah, it's definitely still a keeper, that one is. God, where has it put the winter point now? Just start it near to where I last had it at least. This is why I hate this section. Again, I mean, this literally isn't difficult. It's a pain in the arse to keep flicking through winter points to grab the next log. Pretty much every truck I've ever been through here gets stuck for Zixters, so this is nothing against this mod, unless you've got a completely OP mod. That Kenny thing, like, had pretty big tyres. It'd probably do better through here than this, but that was clearly pretty, like, beast mode by then. Where's the thing? Trailer's hooked. That's what I mean, man. It's just such a stupid section. Yep. Realism that is. Good job they captured that accurately. I've seen a P16 in real life and very tough cow. Huge, that's what she said. They do look genuinely massive though, like, even in this game really, when you see it parked next to a normal truck, it makes them look smaller. Yeah, they're still like a full-size truck in their own right. Imagine that S100 Arnie thing in real life. Had fun with GTA 3, GTA Vice City on Xbox. Yeah, GTA 3 was cool as well. It was the first 3D one, really, wasn't it? This is Death Snow here. So we're going incredibly slow, but at least it is actually moving forward. A lot of the trucks on sort of the normal tyres just stop dead. Death Snow quite often. Try and speed things up a bit if we can. I mean, overall, I'd say all these mods I've tried tonight are pretty good. Probably this and the Peterman, or Peterman again, however you want to pronounce it. They're good, but they're not the most ideal shape of truck for these sort of maps. Like, it's probably a little bit of a crappy test for it. But they're clearly, like, good trucks, because the fact that they're not getting stuck every 2 minutes, that bridge thing that I got stuck in a minute ago, forget that, because that's just a trollish section. Like, that's exactly where that bridge lay-in mod thing. As soon as we get that console, I'll be popping some. We just made the Hummer H1 mod. That thing is off the rails. I think I've seen it. I might have to check it out again. I need to, like, I downloaded it, like, between the Kenny, the Pack Lunks truck pack, and all that. Like, I'm pretty much out of memory now. I've even thought about it. So after I get this mission done, I'll probably yeah, sell them quickly, load up to main menu, try that pack lunks pack thing, because I think there's 5 trucks on there. Some of them do look pretty good. Join new social media app created by Trump team. Can import handle and info from Twitter. Full GTTR. Oh, I did hear something about that. Good for him. It's pretty, like, people are obsessed with censoring people on the internet, but they don't censor themselves, they just like censor everyone else. Yeah, as far as that goes, you shouldn't censor anyone. As much as they're obviously scumbags, you shouldn't even censor a Nazi, because if you censor a Nazi, they're gonna go underground, so to speak. If a Nazi has the freedom to say, oh, I want to kill Jews, everyone else has the freedom to say, well, then you're a fucking idiot. So it's like, and in amongst that, talk a bit more rationally to them, as in, like, do you know what I mean? It's like they're not now hidden away. They're like, because they're gonna expose what they are, other people can, I don't know, tell them why they're an idiot and possibly stop them being a Nazi instead of just shutting them out and then they're a Nazi for the rest of their life. If that makes sense. It's obviously just a bit of a hyperbolic example, but yeah, general gist. My wheel's gone through the floor. Oh. Oh, it is there. Oh, I'll leave that. Oh yeah, this is the modded trailer, isn't it? You can get, not that I need it, but you can get 3 lots on this, which is pretty cool. I thought I already had the mission highlighted. Fuel for the masses. 2. What it was, but I thought best to check while I'm here. Weird with the yard how easy it sank, like how the low still. Sank, like, thought it'd be like a sort of solid yard. What can I say? I think the game was froze. All good.
Try criticising communists, especially in East Taiwan, to see how long you stay on platform. Yeah, no, it's definitely it's one-sided these days, without a doubt. I will be less worried about a platform and more worried about seeing my family ever again in that case. Oh my god, I'm hitting everything. Oh yeah, then again, which way do I want to go? Oh yeah, there is a fuel trailer there, isn't there? Isn't there only one fuel on that though? Like, what a cock-teasing waste of time. I may as well go back this way, to be honest. I'll have to risk it over there. It's either that or the water, which... I don't know. Decisions. Now I just said water. Got me interested again. Problem is, I've got to go through the death snow there. But then I also have to go past that crappy bit. So that, yeah, I'm going death snow. Just ticking along pretty nicely in high gear. Maybe get some fuel while I'm out, some drinks a bit. Not too bad, I mean it's got a pretty big fuel tank, but clearly it's not going to last or, yeah, do 5 laps of the map. Those are suggestions of blindly trust government. Yeah, I'd never ever blindly trust government. Even the government has came out and said before, do not trust the government. They are the most dangerous thing on the planet, I'd say, really, if you actually, technically. Well, that being affiliated with Hillary Clinton, there's been another bunch of suicides. Well, this is death snow around now, so I could have tried it along the railway bit again, but tree at the other side, it's a bit awkward. Well, even if the truck could get through, it's those bars on the side of this trailer. They are handy, as in, like, if the trailer tips and the cargo unpacks, they do keep it on there pretty well, better than most things, but they do have a terrible habit of getting hooked on trees and all sorts. Considering well, I've only just put my diffs on now, this is doing pretty well through it.
certainly feels more balanced in the sense of, like, clearly it's not an OP trip or anything like that, but it's still balanced closer to, like, be able to handle the maps. I mean, at this point, I blame the terrain more than this truck. This is just, yeah, a bit over the top boring terrain. I don't believe you this week, last week. Government changes the message. That's like literally what they always do. It's the same, like, it's to me it should be like a criminal offence in England or America, wherever. Like, for example, if a politician runs on whatever platform it is, whatever they say, it's irrelevant what side they're on. Both sides do it. And they make various promises to get the vote. And then once they get in, they just do a U-turn on all those promises, and it's like, they should be basically then done for fraud. Like, they just defrauded the country that they're running for and said, I'll do this, this and this. So then people vote, give them the power, and then they go, oh, actually, I'm not going to do this, this and this. And it's like, right, lock them up. But obviously, who makes the laws? Politicians. They're not going to make a law to lock themselves up for doing U-turns. And what I always find funny as well, it's just a random one, you know, you hear like companies and having monopolies on things, and there's a commission called the Anti-Monopoly Commission, and yeah, guess how many monopoly commissions there are? One. So the Anti-Monopoly Commission has a monopoly on what a monopoly is. I mean, as far as tonight's mods, obviously, if you want these, if you want to crash, don't know where you're going. If you want, like, just a full-on OP beast mode mod, Kenny Twinsteer was clearly, that'll tick that box for you. This though, what's this called, the Delta Hercules or something, and the other one, yeah, I think they feel pretty decent. And that little armoured vehicle I got, might have another little drive in a minute. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't expect it to be very useful, obviously, like towing vehicles and cargo and all that. But I bet it felt quite, considering how fast it drove, it felt quite stable, and all the steering felt quite nice and fluent and all the rest of it. I think that's what I sort of liked about it when I just had a quick go. Government has a monopoly on guns. Yeah, exactly. It's like what they keep saying, yeah, to disarm your guns. It's like, well, no. That was the whole deal with America when, like, the Constitution was made. Like, a government was asking you, like, if it can become a government and rule over you, and you basically said yes, on the condition we can have guns, because then if you stop doing, or you start becoming a corrupt government, at least we're armed and we can do more about it. I mean, strictly speaking, these days, let's be honest, they got drones and fucking fighter jets and all sorts. They'd, in that set, if it was total war, they'd eat you for breakfast. But it's Americans that are in the army, and the chances of actual Americans, you know, flying an A-10 Warthog against their own people is slim, so it'll never really happen in that sense. But they clearly have more advanced stuff than we're ever going to have. And I get that, there has to be a limit to guns to a degree. Like, if everyone was allowed a nuclear bomb, it doesn't matter if you're trustable with your nuclear bomb, someone else won't be, and they can cause too much harm with something that insane. This again, by the way, here is Death Snow, so I'm not really going to blame this truck. It's just a shame this game, it's no deeper than the snow that was back there or whatever, or is a bit further up front. Creepy Uncle Joe just said every US citizen should have easy access to nukes. Like that is clearly not mentally all there, let's be honest. But he won't really be the one pulling the strings, will he? So it don't really matter. Can you have handguns in the UK? Yeah, we can have a lot of guns, a lot more than people think. We can have handguns, shotguns, rifles, 50 caliber sniper rifles. I think the rule in England is the total gun has got to be longer than 60 centimetres. I assume to make it like so you can't conceal it very easily. But like Dirty Harry's Magnum 44, that's a pretty long gun anyway, and I believe what a lot of people in the UK do to get around it is just put some kind of like wrist brace thing on the gun. Oh, yeah, I don't think this is getting through there. Oh wait, let's try diffs, it's the last hope. Problem is the current's pushing me, and I'm kind of pinned against a rock really, that's more what's stopping me. So yeah, like you say, we can, like, I see it loads in YouTube comments on all sorts of videos where people are like, yeah, in the UK you can't even own a knife and fork, and it's like, it's really not like that at all. Like, yeah, we can own guns. There's not really a big culture of guns, to be honest, because unlike America, there's not really vast open swathes of land where I can just go and fire a gun off and I'm definitely not going to shoot anyone. Like, everywhere that's sort of countryside is farmland with animals and etc. in, so yeah, it's just one of them. We also don't have, you know, big fat wild bears and all that sort of stuff running around. Yeah, like a honeybee is about the most scary thing that'll try and attack you. Yeah, well, this way ain't looking good, gotta be honest. We'll have to go the other way. Oh no, it's on the mod playthrough. I'd be willing to bet a lot of money I haven't unblocked. Yeah. That way. I'm not going around the long way, I know that much. Plan B. Oh yeah. What am I worried about? It's my modded playthrough. I was just thinking then, like, oh, I could do with like a bit of a meaty truck. Anytime today menu. This is well over 5, it's like more like 10 seconds it's frozen. London is not the entire UK. That's the thing, like, a lot of what happens in London, people just, yeah, assume. And whereas if you're in the UK, like, London may as well be a different country. It's nothing really like the majority of the rest of England lives, and it's always, not to say like we hate each other or anything, but a Londoner is sort of, yeah, it's different to just most of the rest of England. It's a little bit like in America. A lot of people confuse, like, they hear stuff coming out of California and they equate that to the whole of America and stuff, whereas, yeah, in reality it's just one state within America. I think this might have frozen unless my remote's broke, but oh, is it doing? I might have to smack the remote. Extend that warranty. I can't tell if the menu's freezing. I'm trying to scroll down to the iceberg, but clearly it has other plans. Come on. It's been working for so long. There we go. See? Just keep smacking it until it works. Right. Will it be quicker? Wolf needs to come to America. I'd like to at some point, definitely. Kind of, I don't know, yeah, go to quite a few places. Like I said, I'm more, I don't know, yeah, the country looking places seems pretty good to me. I mean, obviously it'd be cool, I suppose, to see like New York, see the big skyscrapers, but just with all due respect, I would not enjoy New York just crowded and all that. Yeah, that really is not my cup of tea. Hell, most of what you hear from California is only the coast. Yeah, but that's like, it happens a lot. Like, you do get a lot of news coming out of America that it's kind of California's involved, and it's the same over here with, yeah, London, whereas, like, there is a knife ban in London, and people are like, oh, that's crazy, but it's like, I can assure you, you don't need to walk around London with a knife, so it kind of is a common sense law, and it's one of them where it's like, okay, now I haven't got the freedom to walk around London with a knife, I'm prepared to give up that little freedom. I can walk around where I am now with a knife and all the rest of it. I can go fishing and take a knife, I can go camping and have knives, and a gun if I'm licensed, all the rest of it. Yeah, because the only reason you're going to carry a knife around London is to stab somebody with it. And it just now means that when the police catch someone with a knife who was very likely going to stab someone, they can do a little bit more about it. So in that sense, it's just one of them. It's like, none of us need the freedom to carry a knife around in London. And to be honest with you, if I had a backpack on and, you know, a tent, camping gear and all the rest of it, and I had a big fat hunting knife in my bag, I wouldn't get done for it, because they'd pretty easily be like, yeah, well, it's pretty obvious that he's off on some kind of camping holiday or whatever, hiking around and all the rest of it, like, he probably needs a knife with him, blah blah blah. So yeah, there is still, albeit it's sadly lacking a lot these days, there is an essence of common sense applied to some of these things. And obviously you hear random like horror stories, but you hear that all around the world, where it'll be some insane court case that's like a complete miscarriage of justice and all the rest of it. Like country settings, northern South Carolina is your place. Yeah, right, I've always liked that. I was in the Days of Thunder film. I think they were in North Carolina or South Carolina, one of the Carolinas. Yeah, I'd like a bit of that. Harry Hogg's Farm. That looked pretty good to me. It's funny, a knife is a big thing in the UK. We could care less about knives in the US. It's a big thing, like, in London, there's a lot of stabbings and that going on, but I can assure you, say where I live in just some random village, no one gives a moment's thought about knives. People could well be carrying knives around. A lot of them probably aren't, because there's no real need to, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, not really that crazy. But obviously, again, in London, like, there's a, it's fair to say, pretty much an epidemic of knife stabbings, but that's why, like, making guns as illegal as you can doesn't matter, because a criminal doesn't really care if it's illegal or not. When you make something illegal, you just ban lawful good people from having it. Criminals don't need to worry about the law, so... Which, for example, just off the top of my head, but house burglaries are probably lower in Texas than California. And in various, like, no-gun zones and all that. And overall, I think there's more good people than bad people. So if everybody owned a gun, eventually, the bad people would lose. And it's one of those where they sort of say in America, they're like, well, you know, a lot more people die from guns in America, and it's like, yeah, but a lot more people die, relatively speaking, in England from knives, because guns aren't as common. To be fair, there's a lot of gun shootings here. Again, it's a piece of piss to buy an illegal gun over here, so I could probably get one in the time it takes to order a pizza and get it delivered. I just have no interest or money to get one, but yeah, it's... Again, like, anything's available if you want it. It's a lot lower in Texas. Criminals know store owners have guns. Exactly, and it's one of those places where if you did shoot an intruder, everyone's kind of cool with it. Like in England, for example, it is like people have shot intruders, and it's a bit like, uh-oh, is that guy going to get away with it, or are they going to try and make an example of him, or what? Like, there's a few cases over here where, I mentioned it a little while back, but some guy shot someone who was breaking into his house, and in the end, the only thing he got done for was the shotgun he owned. He had an expired license, but let's be honest, he shot and killed an intruder in England with an unlicensed shotgun, and got like a week in prison. Well, I don't even think he did prison actually. It was like a fine he got or something. So I wouldn't really say that's that unfair. It's a little bit nitpicky, but whatever. But then there was another guy who shot someone, and he ended up doing a bit of prison time for it. Even though they'd broken into his house so many times, he'd removed the stairs, and he only lived in the top half of the house and kept all his belongings up there. And there was a lot of outrage in England in that case. I can't remember the guy's name. Oh yeah, it's in the farm, isn't it? Oh well. I forgot to switch back to this truck. I don't do it again, remote. You were doing so well. Just have to keep whacking the remote. There you go. And then it works again. Always have a knife in my pocket. I use it a few times a day for all types of odd jobs while working. Yeah, exactly. Like when I was growing up as a kid, I always had a penknife on me and all sorts, because out in the country doing all kinds of stuff, I need to cut a bit of string, saw a little branch, I don't know, do all kinds of things. But yeah, like these days, to be fair, I don't carry a knife around. Well, I don't go out a lot these days, because particularly with all this corona, not that I'm worried about going out, I just don't have a lot of need to go out at the minute. But yeah, it's like. But again, if I had a penknife on me or something, the cops wouldn't really give a shit. But if I was walking around the city streets at 1 in the morning with Rambo's hunting knife, you know, they're going to be asking questions. But then you could also say the fact that I've never broke the law, I've got no criminal record, never have, none of that. You know, they'd take that into account. Like, well, clearly he's not some menace, like he's fine. So yeah, if they get someone with a knife who's had 50 previous things going on, then it's just one of them where, like I said, it just helps them kind of try and be able to do something. But overall, the justice system kind of all over the place is a bit of a mess, really, if I'm honest. Too lenient on a lot of things. Except tax evasion, of course. They'll nail you for that one. To the wall. Right, so I'm going to have to just sell some bits and bobs back on this quickly. I think it already had a diff on it. When I was a kid, I didn't carry a knife, I carried a goddamn flashlight. True, I had one of them every now and then. Get both. But again, I mean, like, yeah, as kids we were camping, building dens, all sorts of stuff. And again, I mean, if I wanted to stab somebody and kill them, do I care if it's illegal or not to carry a knife? Like, at that point, it's not going to make any difference to, like, they're not going to be like, well, not only did he kill someone, but he did it with a knife. Like, they're just going to, yeah, you'll get done for murder, and that's what I mean. Criminals don't care. That's the bit that people who freak out about guns and that don't understand. Like, telling someone who's prepared to commit murder that they're a naughty boy or girl for owning that weapon, do not care. Right, the question is, do I sell this thing back? Probably won't need to, because I think it actually didn't use a lot of memory. Oh, then again, it's that pack. Lunk's truck. Overall though, I don't know, just for how fast this is, it actually feels quite sort of nice and balanced. The steering doesn't feel twitchy. It's quite, actually feels like I could drift with this, which is sort of rare on this game. Right, that's what I quite like about it. It just feels pretty stable and well weighted. Overall though, yeah, once you're off the roads, like... Oh, there you go, I probably did give it a bit too much welly. We'll risk it, if not I'll have to just delete it. Right, so we'll check out this pack Lunk's truck and then we'll call it a day. Turn to main menu. Not realise the log crossing was only 5,000 or something, it's horrific. I seen someone in the comments saying that with that log crossing mission I did, there's already 2 trailers on Cosmodrome that I could have used, but to be honest, after looking at it, I sort of don't agree, because I needed 3 lots of logs, and there's only 2 trailers worth. The trailers are both in separate places, so I'd have to do a separate trip to get 1 trailer, a separate trip to get the 2nd trailer, and then I'm still going to have to go to Chernokamensk or Erska River to get 1 more set of medium logs, so I may as well just grab all 3 while I'm there. So I actually still think that my way is a better way, a more efficient way. Oh yeah. Page 1. Turn that one off. There it is, yeah, so there's still not enough room, so I am going to have to turn... Oh yeah, we didn't have a look at the 49X as well. I've still got it though, so we can have a look at that in a minute. Where was that bloody mod? That one I'm going to have to turn it off. Which means I'll probably lose it. Still not letting me turn it. Why is that? I checked it earlier and it was letting me. I'm trying to think what else I can turn off. Not a lot. I don't think that'll do anything really, turning that one off. Twin steer, not turning that off. Not losing all of them. Ah, maybe that. Ah, I know. Sorry, it was that. Okay, so I'll put that back on. I'll see if I can put that back on, because I'd rather not lose it if I could. Yes. Thank God for that. Right, so we'll see what these are like, which, as you can see, yeah, there's like 5 trucks. They look like they get progressively bigger or smaller, depending which end you start on. I'll never understand how a hurricane could hit Wisconsin. I lol every time I see that. Wisconsin. Where? Truck mod? Oh yeah, unknown mod, innit? True, we had like a... well, they say a hurricane here. It blew like a chimney off or something. Again, it's pretty chilled in England. As far as crazy animals go, like I said, you've got like a savage honeybee or something, or a wasp. Wasps are bastards though, let's be honest. Yeah, weather-wise, we get a bit of thunder, but not to the scale some like America can and all that, or extremely rare anyway. And yeah, you get the odd little twister hurricane thing, but like I say, it's blowing like roof tiles off and chimneys, but not really ripping a house out the floor or anything. Hurricanes made it to Toronto once. That's pretty crazy. Rumble, strip on with you. Sorry, man, I didn't see what he said. It's so far from the east coast, it's like 1,500 miles. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It made it pretty far then, didn't it? No, those two separate trailers for the medium logs. Yeah, I'll show you in a sec. What did I turn it? Oh yeah, the pack. Hopefully they should be on this, because they appear to be Russian. Links. Oh, this will be them then. At least they're all together. 4 or 5, yes. That looks probably like the biggest one. Oh, I don't know actually. Well, we'll check them all out. That's pretty cool though, like a double front axle one. Right, now so that one I probably won't try tonight because it's just a 4-wheel drive one. So we've got that one. That one. That one, we'll definitely be trying that one out. Maybe try that one out, and that one. So, may as well recover that one. What's the difference between that one and that one? I wonder. Well, let's have a quick look. Not really a lot. They've both got the same tyres, switchable. Oh, slightly longer wheelbase that one's got then, that one's shorter. It's fair enough. That looks pretty cool. We'll try this one first. So we'll recover that. Ooh. Tried to sneak in a crapper engine at the bottom there. When I walk my dog, I carry a knife so I can cut the leash off in case she wanders out of the lift. Yeah, exactly, just all sorts of things. Like I say, as long as you just clearly know you're not off out to stab someone, then your story's gonna sort of line up, if you know what I mean, and you ain't really gonna get hassled. Like I said, there'll be people who walk their dogs that carry a knife in case someone tries to attack them or something also, and again, good for them. Autonomous reinforce. Sounds good to me. I have to say, I quite like the look of this truck. This is more the stuff that they should have, I think, sort of put in the game, made it a little bit more unique. Again, though, it's such a shame that they take so much memory. So that's like the old MudRunner logging crane by the looks of it. Oh shoot, yeah, I don't know, I can't remember if that was from MudRunner or not, that crane. I don't think it was, but it looks pretty cool. Is that like a log thing or something? I don't know. That's a logging thing. Crane. That's pretty big. I'll have to try that out at some point. Hopefully that's like the Mustang crane. So it's got plenty of add-ons. I don't know. Stick a saddle low on, but I might just go for a little drive in it. I don't want something too mad for this. That's 200 kilometers from the geographic centre of North America, and no hurricanes here. That's where you want to be then. Do we do a mission, or do we just go flying around? In fact, I suppose I could grab that knee-deep truck, so I've got to kind of tow it that way. A good little chance to do some off-roading. Oh no, don't tell me it's... yeah, oh well. Try and hack it for once. One on squeaky horns. See how it goes though. Are you going to start putting those bridges all over the place? Quite possibly. Might just put them everywhere, so I don't even have terrain anymore, just call it bridge runner. If you could play on PC with your save game, would you do it?
Yeah, I reckon. I'd give it a go anyway. It'll get a bit tippy here, but this will be a pretty good test. If it's going to tip, it'll be now. Oh, so it is. It's pretty planted then, that's good. I'm already liking it, it's a shame that it takes up such an insane amount of memory. But I'll have to sell it back after this and turn it off. TMP311. Hey Lone Wolf, there's an Easter egg in one of the sheds here. Oh, is there? Snow's a bit ruthless there. Remember how I used to? So anyway, find a way. With a horse. Yeah, like I say, this thing looks pretty cool, sort of more unique looking vehicles instead of giving us so many sort of 3-axle, 6-wheel vehicles. It'd be quite cool if we had more stuff like this. Near the garage exit. Yeah, I'll have a little look next time I'm back at the garage. I'll get this mission done and I'll recover it. And we'll have a look. I wonder if the officers TUV has any decent mods. No idea. I found PC and for some reason my game has been super buggy lately. Mine's definitely, I feel in the last week or two I've been getting hit with a lot of bugs myself. Just hooked on that trailer. There we go. Let's get a bit of light. Well, I thought it'd be a bit better through it, if I'm honest. Unless I am just stuck. Oh, it's looking better now. Even if that Zix isn't really helping a lot, I think just within the game mechanics, if it's the engine's on, it's just, yeah, it makes it easier. Just because it still holds the name doesn't mean it's still a Hurricane. Oh yeah, it's this one, yeah. Little Zix, got some upgrades I believe. What is like that one? I think what came through it was last night. Oh, it's a Club, wasn't it? The Club, I think, was a bit quicker through here. But it's not exactly doing, you know, we're not going like 1 mile an hour. That's sort of, it's still fast enough that it's not painfully slow. Yeah, well, I quite like the look of this truck. It looks pretty cool with the double front axles and sort of the old Russian long nose truck. Not that one specifically. Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. But what are they adding to it then? I'll have to check it out at some point. TOJJM1. I greet you from Argentina. I appreciate it, dude. Good to have you joining us from Argentina. It's pretty crazy how, like, yeah, people from around the world can watch. I've not even been on a holiday abroad. My videos have made it further than me. From North America. Or Northern North America. Yeah, I could definitely, well, I could see myself completing a good few missions with a truck like this. Like I said, I'd have to kind of turn it off each time and sell it back and everything, but I mean, the Kenny was definitely a lot of fun. It's nice to have that option at least, and for a very fast OP truck, it still felt quite smooth and fluent, and it wasn't smashing itself to pieces in 2 seconds and all that, so yeah, it was, it's, like I said, it's nice to have that option, but I wouldn't want to just permanently use that all the time. But this thing's certainly doing alright. Get this mission done, I'll go and try the other truck. And then, yeah, like I say, I'll probably call it a day. The other truck just looked good, as in, like, it looked like it had some pretty big, fat, meaty tyres on it, which would be quite good for climbing through some of this thicker terrain. Sour potato, I'm from Canada, and then Argentina is as far south as Manitoba is north. That's about Argentina's pretty low. Get caught on them tree zigs. The cat's back. What's up, Nutter? You're gonna say hello to YouTube? Something. What's up? With all the file space it takes, I'd rather have a few smaller mods. Yeah, exactly. More than a few smaller mods. You can get about 50 smaller mods for the cost of this thing. Kenny 10x10. I mean, the Kenny is smaller mod-wise than this pack, but in the scheme of things, Ken is a pretty expensive mod in his own right. That's why I've had to sort of keep going back to the main menu and turning mods on and off. Oh no. Let's try and lever it through with that one. Okay, let's try and have a run up. Slowed down reverse. Yeah. Oh, that went horribly. I probably made it worse because I reversed into it. What was it? Why is there no winch point at the back of it? It should be.
Do you still own the M5? Sadly I don't. I had to sell it, I don't know how long ago. To be fair, conveniently, I kind of sold it around the start of coronavirus. And since all the lockdowns and that, I wouldn't have been going out in it really much anyway, and just having to insure it. But I mean, I'd love to have it again, kind of thing. I'm glad I had it. It was an amazing piece of kit to be able to drive. But it's also nice, like, they were quite renowned, and me and my brother both owned one, and it never happened to either of us, but they were renowned for, like, the gearboxes just going bang, all the rod bearings. So there was that slight bit of, like, every day you wake up, it's like, oh god, I hope that painfully expensive V10 engine hasn't decided to murder itself today. Oh yeah, that's the Zix that I stole from my loaf, wasn't it? Like a little present for him. 3,400. Well, considering I've only got to tow that there, it's not ruthless. Considering that logging mission I did was bloody give me 5,000. Yeah, what I was saying though is, like, obviously the log crossing's there, and there's a logging trailer here, and there's a logging trailer there, but if I was setting off from here, I'd have to go sort of round there, grab that logging trailer, bring it back round to there, drive up here, cross there, grab that log trailer, bring it down to there, and then I'm still going to have to go to Chernokamensk or Erska River, so I don't think it's worth bothering with them. Obviously it's up to whoever does the mission, I'm just saying from like a purely practical standpoint, I don't really see the point. Yeah, this thing looks pretty cool. For some reason, it's like the bottom engine's like I don't know, a worse version. Look pretty cool. I like how high it sits and everything. And again, this looks like it was built to tackle this kind of terrain. So it's like a crane version or a login crane, which is pretty cool. It's cool that the options are. 25-ton crane. The medium log carrier, I don't know, maybe it is as part of this, but I may have the just medium log thing turned on. It's got like a double high sidewall though, so there's even less chance of your cargo falling out. Go and take it somewhere, give it a bit of a test. That would be a lot of extra money. Sorry, I didn't see what runabout, dude. Have you ever seen the, or was it, if it's the M5 going bang, it would have been. Have you ever seen the 20x20 missile carrier truck mod import from MudRunner? I believe I might have seen it on MudRunner, but I've not seen it on this. I've seen something like that on some MudRunner video years ago, I think. Can't seem to find this truck pack on the PC. To be honest, a few people for like the last month or so were telling me about this pack, and I had a little flick through, and to be honest, I couldn't find it for a while. I think last week I did see it, and then this week I had enough time to sort of mess around and make room for it, but yeah. It did strike me that it was like, appeared to be missing when other people said they'd tried it and it was good. Lone Wolf, the Easter egg is in Erska River right next to the garage. Cheers man, I might check it out quickly just before I end this stream. Did you get the Zix?
What, do you mean the one that you find on here? Where is it? It's over there, isn't it? Yeah, I think I have got it. If that's the one you're on about, anyway. Just back in time to catch the last bit of the stream. Certainly are, we're still going, just testing this thing out, which I think looks pretty cool. Reminds me of one of the sort of more the mud runner type trucks, but yeah, it's just got like extra chunky big tyres. And it actually suits it quite well. Plenty of power there. Feels weighted low down, so it's not trying to tip or anything, so yeah, it feels pretty good. It does feel like a nice pack of trucks, like I said, it's a shame of how much RAM space or whatever it is it uses up. It's too costly, but they are very nice mods. I'll give them that. No, the zip stays after the quest turn-in, but you don't get it. Yeah, true. On my other normal playthrough, I took it back to the garage. My Lotus sat on it. It's his Zix now. He earned it. Show my newborn daughter some Lotus appreciation. That's pretty cool, man. Congratulations. I'm sure she is a goddamn professional. Of course, the loaf certainly says hello. Hello, good luck. Best wishes, get yourself a loaf, all the good stuff. I recovered the Zix, this AM with line. Oh yeah, I think I've tried that line mod. A bit more like a scout pick-up-y thing. Quite a big one though. If I remember correctly, it was good. Like I said, I'd keep a lot of more mods if memory wasn't an issue. I'd, yeah, leave them all on. I was just curious, like, if this could climb up here. It should be able to. It's a bit risky trying to drop it in high then. Cab light. Pretty good. Got a rear window. Got a rev counter. Got a speedo. Pretty big mirror, to be fair. That's actually not bad for a mirror. Can't really see that one because it's like behind the window divider thing. Doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I've got some on the bonnet as well. Can't really see that one, but I can see that one. It'd be nice if they did say released just this truck on its own, or maybe just this one and that 8-wheel one, and at least shrink the size of the mod down a little bit. The other trucks I'm sure are cool, but they're a little bit more. 2 of them are 6-wheel trucks, which I've got plenty of. I know this is, but at least it's got some pretty fat, chunky, unique tyres. New Lime 2017 searchlights carry 10,000 care points. Wheel carries 14 gallons of fuel. That's pretty cool, man. George Brewer, holy crap! I managed to catch a stream. He's made it. Not too far off the end, but he still made it. That's the important thing. And we are currently testing this truck out from a pack lumps track. That probably wasn't the best of ideas. Oh yes. This is why we like autonomous winches. It turns out it was a great idea. See, just tip the truck. Do I risk it again? Oh no, apple's a treat. One that pops out of the ground. happy with me. Take this slow gearbox change. Diff's on, that's the one. Loves a bit of diff. Not too far off the end, but you made it. That's what she said. Exactly. Better late than never. It's always the way. Awesome, glad to see another stream. Glad to have you joining us for the old stream. Well, yeah, I like this truck, to be honest. It's a bit of a beast. I mean, the autonomous is nice because you can just drive around carefree, not have a heart attack every time you tip, which is always good. But yeah, I mean, it's been motoring along pretty nicely. But it still doesn't feel like, you know, that Kenny levels of, like, insane. This is the Lunks pack, right? Yeah. And apart from the amount of memory they use, they are pretty cool, I have to say. The Arctic is the only one I do like. What, is that in this pack, or... Snowpete's pulling me left and right. I bet I think that's specifically this truck. And it's just the fact that it's building quite a lot of speed. Night, don't forget Kitty face reveal. He's here. I'll get him on camera one day. Like I said, that's the only time anyone will see him when he's normal, because if anyone comes around in real life, he just vanishes. He basically hates everybody except me. Do you even do co-op streams or always solo? So far it's always been solo. It's just like extra, not as in effort, but there's extra things that could go wrong with doing co-op stuff as well. Like if it's an extra layer on top to sort of worry about. Never say never though, but yeah, I've never done one so far. This truck reminds me of Mudrunner. Same here, big time. Like it's just got that. A lot of them look like this on Mudrunner. Like I said, if they could sort out the memory issue, I'd keep these long term. They go quite nice and fast as well. And again, you don't have to. I can drop it into high-low and tick along slowly if I want, but it's nice that the option's there to get a bit of speed on the go. Figured I'd just quickly climb over here. Don't need anyone if you got a loaf, I guess. That is true, always got a goddamn professional with me. Should have brought one in this really, but since I was near the end of the video, so it saves getting another crane out and all the rest of it. So you're saying the cure for Lone Wolf's insomnia is to watch his own streams? It could work, could be the missing key to the whole thing. To be honest, sometimes I do kind of, not strictly my own streams, but use that as a possible way to get sleep. You know, sometimes when you're like watching a film or whatever and you suddenly get hit by like tiredness, but you also know if I get up now out my seat and go straight to bed, in the time it takes to walk from my chair to bed, I'll be awake again. So when I'm kind of in bed, I'll stick a video on and kind of watch it, and the second that tiredness hits me, I give it a go. Oh my god, look at the goddamn professional. We talked about him, and there he is. He heard me. He knew I wanted a goddamn horse, and he's here. Right. Go back over the river again.
think it's called a polar version you're driving out. It's pretty good. I like the polar version. When you pull polar bears out of one of these, you wouldn't be moaning as much. Buy a PC so we can co-op. True, at some point there's my plan to get a PC. One day. Loaf is law, exactly. It's not really helping that I'm towing him backwards. In fact, I will change that quickly because it's a bit harsh. He's going to wobble around like a lunatic. Engine broken. How dare it. Repair. Like, the bad news is with that new engine is it, like, obviously hasn't got a lot of help. The bright side to that, at least, it's taken a hell of a lot to, like, fix it. Current on this river, man. I wish they would tone it down a little bit. Look at that. That's some good turn and circle. Hey Lone Wolf, you in Erskine River yet? Yeah, I've been doing various missions on that. I'm in Cosmodrome at the minute, but to be honest, I thought this would be a little bit quicker through that bit. Juice of cane, fuck yeah, Lone Wolf. Drunk as hell. Lake is the god. What the fuck? You were a damn professional, we know that much. Recliner, footstool, pillow and blanket, tell Alexa to turn down the lights. Sounds pretty good. I've got like a recliner now, and it's I can get tired on it. I did fall asleep on it the other day, but it's like, for some reason I get so close to being asleep, but I just don't quite nod off all the way. Haven't seen any Wreckfest videos lately, do still play it rarely, but not a whole lot. I've not been on it much recently. I've seen they added like a new sort of crazy map arena thing where you can smash yourself up. There's all sorts of like hammers that are hitting the ground and yeah, all sorts of magic. Nothing, sorry, I've got the hiccups there. Have you heard of any hidden upgrades? Back in Black River and Alaska there was some. Yeah, I believe I've got them all by now. I can't remember which ones were hidden and which weren't, but yeah, I seem to remember they were. They didn't really show up on the map or anything, even if you'd like uncovered the watchtower. And until you drove pretty close to it, I think it was only then that it'd like show up. I think, in fact, the Grad engine on this map on Cosmodrome. So if the garage Cosmodrome's there, the Grad engine is there. Which, funnily enough, this is my modded playthrough, so it'll still be there on this one. In fact, where am I? Could drive over there quickly. Drive over there and then call it a day. Have we talked about New Game Plus? I don't believe so, actually. I've heard a bit about it, but... Oh, sorry, I've heard of it. I've not really heard much in the way of details about it. But the sound of it, is it like... I still get to keep all my trucks and stuff, but I can restart all the missions? Which, if so, I'm potentially interested. I don't know if I'd want to reset this playthrough now, but if I could copy this playthrough onto another save file and then do it on that one, I'd be interested in that. Or if it just lets me start a new save file as a New Game Plus. Playing Wreckfest with Mr. Lone Wolf would be damn awesome, but I'd come last all the time because I'd be too busy laughing to pay attention. The thing is, I wouldn't exactly come first because I just can't help smashing into people every, like, I'll go out my way, I'll go backwards around the track, like, I have
very little interest in coming first when I can just spend my time murdering everybody on the track. I mean, I try and do that. That's why I don't play games like Formula 1, because I last a few laps and then I have to ram somebody for something, if they eyeballed me or whatever, and then that's it. My wheels fall off, and I'm flagged and all sorts. Especially when I was younger, the amount of Formula 1 games we all had between us as kids, I genuinely don't know if I ever completed a single one. Like, I don't mean a single game, I mean a single race. Unless it was like a one-lapper and I was on my own. Might have stretched to that. So that's one reason I wish diffs were just always on. There's never really a negative to... Like, yeah, having them on, like always on, but when they're engageable, they always do that thing where they moan as soon as you're on flat ground. Grant Seeley, gotta go, glad to catch some of the stream. I appreciate it, dude. Cheers for joining us. Do we really want to cross here or not? I could just carry on going up here. Just stay close to the edge. Shut up, dips. It's not really breakable along the edge. Now I'm going to attempt to read some comments whilst driving along the edge of a river. Wish me luck. Devs will find a way to make new games suck. It wouldn't surprise me. If you get a PC, would you consider playing BeamNG? Yeah, definitely. I would definitely like to get that game. In fact, that's probably part of the reason why I'd be interested in a PC. Wow. Didn't realise this was there. Get them wheels up. Oh, that's a good time to go into neutral, isn't it? Oh, bigger rock. The load to fix me. See, with dips always on. Spin the back. Do it. Just gonna stay still, I'll get the load to fix me, but my handbrake on it won't stop rolling back. Save a bit. See, some horse, even though he's not healthy. Don't see him jumping in neutral. He's slacker. I'm hoping that this gearbox is slower. I left the handbrake on. Still though, this is quite fun. I'm getting along slowly but surely. This
truck has got some quite nice beefy tyres that are kind of helping some of that happen. Goddamn horse is definitely helping it happen. Oh, off diffs. Finally got the first season pass, almost done with Cola Peninsula. Oh yeah, was that the first one, like Lake Cobden and Mandra? Playing BeamNG right now, you need a beefy PC. True. I don't know if I can stretch to a beefy enough one or not. Well, right now I can stretch to a catalogue of PCs. With a nose. It does look pretty cool. Leave the loaf there, so it's coming back in a sec. Oh, in fact, I suppose I'll wait for the nose of the truck cover. But yeah, there's a thumbs up for this truck, except for the amount of memory, which is pretty insane, to be honest. I mean, yeah, the most unneeded engine in the game, another engine for the Vorongard. So yeah, overall, pretty nice. Ooh, did I not leave? Or was it on a different map? I can't remember where I left that 8-wheel one, or did I recover it? Maybe I recovered it. Dumb horse, get out of it, pigeons. Yeah, like I say, I might leave it there, but oh no, I tell you what. Yeah, no, we'll leave it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Didn't try these, but I assume they just look the same, but like one's a short wheelbase, one's a long wheelbase by the looks of it. They probably perform pretty well, because I assume they're going to have like the 400 horsepower engine and stuff. Yeah, so they're going to be just as powerful and everything. I actually still like the way that handled. I thought was pretty nice, just to drive the thing around, not necessarily mission wise, or maybe doing watchtowers on some maps. Tyres are a little bit small, could probably do like 40 inches instead of 37. And then obviously, yeah, all the rest of these are like Fox's stuff, they're all good. That's good, that's good. These are ones that I've kept long term. There's that 7330. There's that Beast, JBE, P16 and Tatron. Yeah, it was that one. Well, in fact, sod it, we'll just... I'm not gonna, like, go anywhere or whatever, but... Just the difference between the normal 49X is the rear axle that's nearest to the cab used to be like a raisable axle, whereas they've made it on this one where it's now just powered, so I suppose it's set up more like the Derry 4520 where it's got like 3 rear axles and some front wheels, and yeah, I mean, motor's along nicely. It'll be a little bit slow through this snow, but this is probably like super snow, I would have thought. But yeah, that axle now isn't a pain in the arse that gets caught on the tops of hills and holds you back in that. And grip was always like what let the 49X down, so this is that, what's it called, Bartelby, is it? Yeah. So their mod's worth getting, the Bartelby, and the nice thing with all his mods as well is they use hardly any memory. So I can keep all of these long term, like I'll just leave them on now, I don't have to keep selling them back every time. The blue one's a bouncy boy. I mentioned I was drinking, right? You did. I've seen you say fucking loaf. Along with the professional sour potato Zix upgrades. Oh yeah. Oh god. What is the Zix in? Not gonna be in heavy duty, is it? Might be. Oh, no. Surely not going to be in heavy. Off-road's got to be then. See, they're like, it was when I could still do the suspension trick, but that one's got stock suspension. That one's got stock suspension, but the bigger tyres, which you can't do anymore. But I got it done when I was sort of, yeah, allowed to exploit it a bit. I've got to be honest, I want to leave them there, so I'll just have to buy one. Where are you, Zix? It's good damn horse. It's always good to see him. Can I not that? Oh well, they're all locked. I think it always had all them. I won't bother with that. I don't know, to be honest, dude. Is this the one you're on about? The nose. It does. What's the badass Derry? Oh, is that like Fox's Derry? Yeah, that. Yeah, Fox's Derry Longhorn, it's pretty good, well worth getting. And again, it uses practically zero memory or the RAM space or anything. Xbox Flash 2155961, add me. Sour potato, oh, the Taiga tyres. Oh, so it was, I'll tell you what then. Let's have a quick look. Oh, they might be locked anyway. I can probably go on to them, but I won't be able to equip them, I don't think. Not on this playthrough anyway. In fact, that's weird. Thought, oh yeah. I might try that out on like just my normal game then. That's pretty cool. Be nice if they upped the stats on those tyres a bit, but yeah, as far as that'll probably help with the tippiness a bit. I could put those little ones on. But yeah, I might have to check that out at some point. Cheers for letting us know, man. Gives it some reason to use it. Yeah, like I say, I'll probably call it a day there then, I reckon. Finish on the loaf because he deserves it. Yeah, like I said, for the next week, I'd like to get on with that. I was technically thinking about doing that block alpha mission or whatever on the live stream tonight, but to be honest, I kind of think, yeah, if I just get it done with the video, there's a lot of like, I can plan it a bit better. Edit out any bits that need to be done, get it hopefully within one video, less than an hour. And then, yeah, kind of, I'm not that far off being able to launch the rocket, so that'll be happening, if not in the next week, it's going to be close, but yeah, maybe in the next week, so like I said, I've only got to do, really, I think 3 or 4 contracts, and I'm about there. But yeah, so I'll call it a day there. Thanks to everyone who's shown up for the live stream, it's good to be chatting away to you and everything. Rebel Web Choice, Night Wolf, thanks for the stream, look forward to watching, I appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, I'll be back pretty soon with the usual. I'll find something to get stuck into. But yeah, thanks everyone, and I'll be back soon.